A public service message from the National Pest Management Association. It's easier than you think for pests to threaten your family's health. Ticks, which spread dangerous diseases, hide in tall grasses and even on your pets. Rodents easily invade your home, contaminate food, and can carry more than 35 diseases. Mosquitoes, which breed in standing water, transmit many diseases. Get the facts you need to protect your family at pestworld.org. It's that easy. A public service message from the National Pest Management Association.
All right. Good morning. Happy Monday, everybody. Welcome to Out to Lunch with WRMN AM 1410. We're broadcasting live here from downtown Elgin, serving the Fox River Valley. It's a beautiful sunny day outside today. Hopefully everyone had a very nice weekend. I had a very good weekend. I got to visit and meet in person my half-brother. That was a lot of fun. Definitely wanted to. I wish we could have spent more time together, but it was fun. We went to Russian Tea Time, which is a Russian restaurant. We had Russian appetizers, but we actually got German food. Well, we got beef stroganoff. I don't know if that's in particular German. Is that an actual German dish? Oh no. It is actually a Russian dish. So it is Russian. I, for some reason, thought it was German. Because we were like, we'll get beef stroganoff. They're like, eh. And we're like, yeah, I know it's not a Russian dish, but we're going to get, well, it is. For some reason, I thought it was German. Anywho, so we got that. Very delicious. It was very nice. I had a lot of good conversations. And we were like, okay, now who gets what from who? And, looking at do we have the same hands, all that stuff. So I bet people were like, what are they doing? They're like, like looking at each other being like, okay, now my nose bridge is like yours. You've got these bumps here like I've got on my nose bridge. I'm sure people were like, huh? I don't know. It was fun. We had a great time. It was very nice. Hopefully you had a good weekend. And then on Sunday, we watched the game early in the morning at the 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock hour, earlier in the morning. So I was like, well, I'm going to sleep in a little bit and then watch the game. Hopefully you had a good weekend. We had pretty nice weather out here. Maybe it was a little bit more cloudy out, but today is nice and sunny. However, we are seeing some chillier weather here. It is definitely chillier outside today. We are actually going to be seeing the temperatures slowly but surely start to rise into the weekend. We're going to be actually into the 70s. It's supposed to be nice and sunny into the lower 70s temperature-wise. So that's what we're expecting here. But today is definitely a chillier day. It's beautiful, nice and sunny sunny skies outside today. We're only seeing a high of 56 degrees. So I had to wear my peak coat today and long sleeves. So we're seeing a high of 56. Currently, right now, though, we're at 48. So we're at 48 degrees right now. It is nice and sunny outside, but it is pretty chilly outside compared to, of course, what we've been having for the past, couple of months, few months in the summertime, fall. You know how it goes here in Illinois. It's usually a little bit warmer out. So this is kind of the first when it's definitely chillier out right now. Again, high of 56 degrees today, mostly sunny. We see it dropping down to a low of 38 degrees as we get into tonight. It is supposed to be partly cloudy, mostly cloudy, definitely more so cloudy into tonight. Tomorrow on Tuesday, we see only a high of 52 degrees, so it is definitely supposed to be even chillier than today. We are predicting to be seeing here some scattered showers. So we're going to be seeing scattered showers here. We see it dropping down to a low of 32 degrees as we get into Tuesday night. We are going to be seeing showers predicted for the early morning around 10 o'clock or so. So probably around like right now for tomorrow. Then it does start to clear up. So it is supposed to be rain very early in the morning on Tuesday. It's supposed to clear up a little bit, then showers rolling in again, and then eventually clearing up, getting into being mostly cloudy skies into the evening. And then it does start to clear up here pretty quickly. We get to around 7 o'clock tomorrow. We see it as clear, about 45, with a low of 32 for Tuesday night. We head on into Wednesday. Wednesday is supposed to be predicted to be mostly sunny outside. We do see a high of 58 degrees, so we see those temperatures still staying within the in the 50s. Again, predicted to be pretty much mostly sunny throughout the day, partly cloudy as we get into the afternoon with periodic clouds into Wednesday night. Low of 33 degrees. Then we head on into Thursday. This is when we're going to start to see those temperatures slowly rise a bit here. We see for Thursday a high of 65 degrees, dropping down to a low of 40 degrees as we get into Thursday night. It is predicted to be nice and sunny throughout the whole day with clear skies into Thursday night, low of 40 degrees. Friday rolls around as we get closer to the weekend, high of 69 degrees with a low of 41. Predicted to be nice and sunny throughout the whole day and clear on Friday night, low of 41. We head on into Saturday, starting off the next weekend here. We do see a high of 72 degrees, dropping down to a low of 46. So a high of 72 down to a low of 46 degrees is the prediction right now that is going to be coming up for Saturday. And we're going to be seeing, again, it's supposed to be mostly sunny. Again, a high of 72 with a low of 46. That'll be coming up here on Saturday, the 19th, which is Nightmare on Chicago Street. So prediction weather-wise, supposed to be nice and sunny. We'll actually kind of go through and see what we've got here. So we have here for Nightmare on Chicago Street on Saturday, which I'm very much so looking forward to, predicted into the afternoon and evening into about the 60s, going down into the 50s. By the time it ends, which will be at 11, then it'll probably be about roughly 50 degrees or so. So it is going to be a little bit chillier, kind of similar in temperature to kind of what we're seeing now. That's more towards later in the night. Earlier at the start time, though, we're going to be seeing it being about 60 degrees or so. So we're going to see about a 20-degree difference from the start to the end. That is prediction-wise as of right now, what we're seeing. So it's going to be definitely a little bit chillier out there. We are going to be seeing a little bit more calmer wind speed. We've had in the past where it's been very windy. It doesn't look like, as of right now, prediction-wise for Saturday, that it's going to be super windy. It's supposed to be nice and clear. So it's supposed to be pretty nice weather. A little bit chilly, but still pretty nice nonetheless. And that means chillier into the afternoon. We do get a high of 72, so not too bad. We head on into Sunday. We see sunny skies on Sunday, high of 73, dropping down to a low of 49 degrees. And then for next Monday, we do see mostly sunny, a little bit of clouds here and there, but a high of 72 with a low of 52 degrees. So with that being said here, chillier weather at the first half of the week, starting to then rise a little bit here as we get into the rest of the week and then into the weekend with definitely nicer temperatures in the morning or more so the afternoon. Still a little bit chillier in the mornings, early mornings, and then into the so that's the prediction here, of course, for the temperatures within the area. We have sunnyskies.com, of course, all good stories, all amazing stories, all even some funny stories. This is one that was posted today. This was posted today, and what it is that the title is Cookie Monster Caught Speeding. Traffic camera picture has people in stitches. It's a hilarious traffic violation that's making waves online. A driver in Dortmund, Germany, was caught speeding while wearing a Cookie Monster costume. Yes. The driver was clocked at 57 miles per hour in a 50 zone, and the traffic camera snapped the unforgettable moment at 9:08 p.m. Well, according to local police, the masked suspect did face a fine, or will face a fine if he is ever caught. But that is if he is ever caught. Well, police have emphasized that speeding even by 7 miles per hour can be dangerous. Most viewers, though, can't help but laugh at the Muppet-inspired mishap. So there you go. That's a fun little inspirational. I wouldn't even say inspirational. It's more so just kind of goofy. I don't know. Why was he speeding? Maybe he was waiting to, what was it, 9:08 p.m.? Maybe it was, he was on his way to the cookie store, the bakery to get some cookies, right? He's Cookie Monster. And maybe it was like, the cookies, the store closed at 9:30. I have to go and get my cookies. And so that's why he's sped. I don't know. Interestingly enough, though. So that's a kind of a little funny story there that was posted on sunnyskies.com. You can find this and more on sunnyskies.com. It is almost 10:16. What we're going to do is take a quick time out. We'll be back with more Out to Lunch with WRMN AM 1410, Voice of the Valley, Talk of the Town. Stay tuned, and we'll be back with more in just a bit.
You never know what or who you'll hear from on the first shift with me, Marky B. Like Tim Skoning, a WRMN news reporter back in the 1960s.
The jingles you all play, they were purchased by Dick Sutter. He was at some radio convention. He came back with this reel. I remember them playing that in the studio. We were so excited. We thought we were network now. And it's the same jingles today.
That's great.
Every time I hear them, I get excited about it.
I'm sure.
It was a lot of fun.
Fun times on the first shift, right here on WRMN AM 1410 and 96.7 FM.
A truckload of methamphetamine disguised as a shipment of watermelons was seized at the U.S.-Mexican border crossing into San Diego, U.S. Customs and Border Protection said. Methamphetamine valued at more than $5 million was found August 16th when the cargo aboard a tractor-trailer from Mexico was unloaded for a detailed inspection, the agency said in a statement. Among real watermelons, officers found 1,220 packages wrapped in paper colored to look like watermelon skins. The total weight of the packages amounted to 4,587 pounds or 2,080 kilograms. Wow, there's a lot to unwrap here, besides all the packs of meth. Can you imagine the conversation that went into the scheme hatching plan for this? What about the conversation someone sparked that finally had them search the truckload of watermelons? There's no way I'm gonna believe that the Border Patrol found this truck the first time they tried this tomfoolery. I'm praying that there were no forest preserve barbecue functions that are cutting into these magical slices of watermelon. My personal biggest question, why didn't they just hollow out some of the watermelons? I'm Darian Sims, and this is how I see it.
Twin Gyros, located at 4870 North Harlem Avenue in Harwood Heights, serves traditional gyros as well as its award-winning chicken gyros on a pita. Twin Gyros has a diverse menu that includes barbecue ribs, chicken dinners, Philly cheesesteak sandwiches, cheeseburgers, and Vienna beef hot dogs that have recently been inducted into the Vienna Beef Hot Dog Hall of Fame. Check out the full menu at twinsgyros.com. That's Twin Gyros at 4870 North Harlem Avenue in Harwood Heights, Illinois.
Available now on Amazon.com and BarnesandNoble.com is the book called DUI Jury Trial, which is the true story of a truck driver in Illinois who was charged with driving under the influence of alcohol. Not only was he facing a revocation of his driver's license, but also a lifetime disqualification of his commercial driver's license, which would prevent him from ever driving a semi-truck again. This book includes the backstories of the truck driver, the lawyers that defended his case, and the DUI expert witness who analyzed the case and then testified at trial as to the proper protocol procedures of the field sobriety test as well as the breathalyzer tests. This nonfiction novel also includes the actual court transcripts from the jury trial, a courtroom showdown in which the final verdict would determine the fate of the defendant's livelihood. The book DUI Jury Trial is now available on Amazon.com and BarnesandNoble.com.
All right. Welcome back, folks, to Out to Lunch with WRMN AM 1410, Voice of the Valley, Talk of the Town. We hope you are enjoying your day so far. Still early in the morning here. If you'd like to, of course, be a part of the conversation, feel free to comment live on youtube.com at WRMN Radio. If you'd like to subscribe to us and click the notification bell, you can keep up to date with what's happening here in the Fox River Valley and, of course, also with WRMN. We hope you are enjoying your morning so far. Of course, you can also listen to us live through the app. The app is available for download through Google Play for the Samsung users out there, and of course also on the App Store for iOS users as well. You can also listen to us live through our main website, again, WRMN1410.com. That's WRMN1410.com. So feel free to take a look at our website. And we're celebrating, of course, 75 years of community broadcasting. And happy Monday, everybody. So let's take a look here at some other news. This is posted by Paul of FoxValleyMagazine.com. This was posted a couple days ago on October 12th. So it was on a Saturday that this was posted. Probably you might already know about this story, but we'll read it to you anyways in case anyone is just tuning in now. So police is investigating fatal stabbing on Elgin's north side. This took place not too long ago. This was on Saturday is when it was. So Elgin police are currently even still investigating a fatal stabbing on Elgin's north side earlier in the afternoon on Saturday. The incident took place just after noon in the 1000 block of Cedar Avenue in Elgin, where Elgin police located an adult male with life-threatening injuries after receiving reports of a stabbing. The victim was subsequently transported to an area hospital and later pronounced deceased. Detectives from the Major Investigations Division are actively investigating the case and have a person of interest in custody. Based on the preliminary investigation, it's believed at this time that there's no threat to the public. Of course, anyone with information may assist with information. Is asked to call their number or also text a tip. So there's a tip that you can text, including in all caps Elgin PD in the beginning of the text, along with the message and or tip information. That number is 847-411. So that's the text tip. Or you can also call their number too, 847-289-2600. That, of course, can also be found on this article. So this article was posted onto Fox Valley Magazine.com. That's where it was posted. Let's see. Taking a look here, we've got some other news. There is still time. Yes, folks, there is still time, of course, to enjoy fall fun at the area farms. This was posted earlier today onto FoxValleyMagazine.com under events, and it does tell you a nice list of some good places to go to where there's still some time to enjoy the fall season. They write here, quote, "There's still time to enjoy the fun and splendor of the fall at one of the Fox Valley's glorious farms, or of course many if you like to travel to many of them. Activities from corn mazes to apple picking continue through October. Here are some of their personal favorites. Abbey Farms coming in here with the authentic farm adventure. You can step away from modern life, make new memories with your friends and family at Abbey Farms. Pumpkin Days, packed with activities. Over 40 acres of the pumpkin farm has everything you need to make your family's day a farm fun one. Fun on the farm, a farm special one. From their friendly petting zoo on the weekends to the ability to experience Mother Nature at your own pace, this is a good trip that you don't want to miss out on. So they've got some cool attractions here, which again is posted on this newspaper article on FoxValleyMagazine.com. It does tell you a nice list of the activities to do. They've got zip lines, tractor tire tunnel adventure, pirate ship adventure. They've got a hamster wheel race. They have a jumping pillow, pedal track, go-karts, antique tractors to water pump duck races, kiddie corral, lasso challenge. They've got a lot of different things. And this is located in Aurora. Another place that you can go to, you still have time to, is Blackberry Farm. We've talked about them before, of course, which is pumpkin weekends held every Saturday and Sunday in October, along with Columbus Day. That also reminds me here, too. Today is Columbus Day. Yes, happy Columbus Day 2024, recognized today on October 14th. We will definitely go through that holiday today. We'll definitely go through that holiday today at some point. We'll probably start off a little early with the National Day calendar because at 11 o'clock, I do have a special guest that is coming in, and we're very excited to have him on the air as well as, of course, our guest host as well too. So stay tuned for that. So probably into the later part of this 10 o'clock hour, we'll go through the National Day calendar. I'll tell you some of the national days, kind of touch base with maybe local libraries too, because we've got the 11 o'clock hour for a pretty cool interview. So stay tuned for that. But yes, happy Columbus Day, national holiday, of course, recognized today. We know this as, of course, is recognized as 1492, right? Christopher Columbus. Columbus Day, yes. So yes, there's still time to, of course, enjoy the fun events here. Blackberry Farm is another one. They have a lot of different attractions there. They have bubble making, or they had bubble making on October 6th. So they have specific days where they have things. Yesterday, they had face painting. They do have a trick-or-treating event coming up October 19th. That'll be coming up here on the weekend. They have October 20th. They're going to be having a children's concert. October 26th, they're going to be having a balloon artist. And October 27th, they're going to be having the world's tallest scarecrow. Oh, my goodness. They do say the hours of operation, and they're from now till the 27th, Saturday and Sunday, 11 a.m. until 4 p.m. Today, they're open 11 a.m. until 4 p.m. So they're going to be opening in about 34 minutes or so. And they're also located in Aurora. Gobert's Farm, of course, open until October 31st. You can go to the Pingree Grove location or the South Barrington location. So got some good things to do there, too, if you want to check that out. They offer their times. Fun things to do. You can get some good pumpkins. You can, of course, also get a lot of delicious food and snacks. They've definitely expanded quite a bit on activities to do for everyone, including especially younger kids. So it's definitely a good place to go to. You can also still make some good fall memories at Keller's Farm Stand, the apple orchard in Oswego. So you, of course, can do that, and that's located, of course, in Oswego. That's Keller's Farm Stand, Naperville, Oswego, and Plainfield. So you can, of course, absolutely enjoy some good times there. They have their pumpkin patch that awaits you, so feel free to check that out. And also check out Cooper's Family Farm. They are open, of course, and that's located in Maple Park. And they're, of course, open 7 days a week through till the end of October. So if you want to check that out, you can. Of course, we've got the Richardson Adventure Farm, which has the world's largest corn maze, a destination this autumn season that you don't want to miss out on here. And it's open through till October 27th. And they're located in Spring Grove. So that's located in Spring Grove if you do want to check that out, of course. You can also bring your leashed furry friends along to share in the fun. Yes, yes, yes. You can bring your own little fur friends. Absolutely. There were quite a few dogs at the Gobert's Farm when we went a couple weeks ago. So still some fun activities to do, of course, in the fall time. You can check that out under events on foxvalleymagazine.com. If you do want to look over again here the Halloween trick-or-treating hours in the Fox River Valley, of course, that list has also been posted. It's been posted since October 11th. So I did go through that on Friday, telling you about that. That list has been posted if you would like to take a look at it. And then also here, too, under the arts and entertainment section of foxvalleymagazine.com, Paramount Theater presenting their smash hit Frozen for the holiday season. This was posted today. It is going to be beginning on Wednesday, October 30th. This is going to be their debut at the Paramount Theater in Aurora. Disney's beloved animated film will be, of course, to life on stage in person. A powerful fable that captures the essence of sisterhood, self-discovery, and the enduring power of love. It is definitely a heartwarming story, extremely popular, of course, with Elsa and Anna as well, too, and Olaf, cute little Olaf there, the snowman. So definitely a popular one to go to. And they're going to be running from October 30th through till January 19th. So you have a lot of time to see this show. Got about 3 months. That's pretty good. If you want to purchase tickets, you can find it on their website at ParamountAurora.com under events for their online tickets. If you want to check that out, they've got limited space for certain days because some people are planning ahead of time here. So you definitely don't want to miss out on that. That's ParamountAurora.com is where, of course, you can find that information. This does wrap it up here for the first half of the 10 o'clock hour. We're going to be approaching the bottom of the hour news and messages from our sponsors. Of course, when we come back, we'll discuss more. I'll go through the National Day calendar, telling you about some days that are recognized today. Of course, some days that are recognized today. We'll maybe touch base with some of the local libraries, and they'll bring our special guests at the 11 o'clock hour. Stay tuned. We'll be back.
With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan. Brought to you by Bank of America Merrill Investments. The Illinois State Police celebrated the graduation of 35 new troopers from the Cadet Class 148 over the weekend. These new members, who completed a 28-week training program, will be dispersed across 7 troops in the state beginning this week. Their training encompassing a broad range of skills from cultural diversity to firearms and first responder certification. Naperville residents can mark their calendars for the upcoming Planning and Zoning Commission meeting. It's set for 7 p.m. on Wednesday, October 16th. The full agenda on the City of Naperville website. Governor J.B. Pritzker and his wife have reported a significant income, over $3.2 million for 2023, as revealed in their latest tax returns. While this marks an increase from the previous year, it remains much lower than their earnings in 2021, which were a substantial $18.5 million. With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan.
In business, service is everything. Cintas delivers what you need to better serve your customers. Whether it's freshly laundered work apparel for almost any job imaginable, tested and inspected fire protection systems, first aid and safety supplies, on-site AED training, or mops and restroom products, stocked and ready when you need them. Better work days happen together. So visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
Whether you own a local business or a global one, you're always looking for ways to position your operation to create opportunities and move on them faster. With Bank of America, you get access to experts, award-winning insights, and business solutions so powerful, you'll make every move matter, locally and globally. Visit bankofamerica.com/banking for business to learn more. What would you like the power to do? Copyright 2024 Bank of America N.A.
Progressive presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
Left corner of the end zone. Keenan Allen. Touchdown! Touchdown Bears!
The call on Bears radio 35-16. The win over the Jaguars in London on Sunday. Chicago improves to 4-2 while Jacksonville drops to 1-5. 4 touchdown passes in the win for Caleb Williams. He was 23 of 29 passing for 226 yards. He did get picked off once. DeAndre Swift carried the ball 17 times for 91 yards at a score. Cole Kmet and Keenan Allen collected 2 touchdown passes apiece. Kmet was pressed into emergency long snapping duties after Scott Daly left the game early with a knee injury. Chicago has a 3-game winning streak for the first time since late in the 2020 season. The Bears have the bye week, then they visit the Commanders in Week 8.
Bundle auto and home, renters or condo, and save with Progressive.
I'm Chuck Sanders on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
Lowe's knows it's easier to make the right calls when you have the right team. That's why our Lowe's Red Vest associates can help with game time decisions. Plus, use in-store mode on the Lowe's app to find what you need. Under pressure at home and want it soon? Order online by 2 p.m. to get it same day. Same day valid on eligible in-stock items in select zip codes only, subject to driver availability. Fees vary based on purchase. Exclusions and more terms apply. See Lowe's.com/same-day delivery for details.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds, which could be life-changing. I mean, you could put that money towards that zero-turn lawnmower you've always wanted. And after using its edge-shaping technology to meticulously sculpt the face of the Mona Lisa into your grass, you'll become the undisputed king of Saturday morning lawn care, leaving your neighbor and sworn enemy Gary to question his place in the delicate neighborhood ecosystem. And it's all because you could save money switching at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
Welcome back, folks, to Out to Lunch with WRMN AM 1410. Still the 10 o'clock hour here. We are hoping that you are enjoying your morning here. Got here, city of Elgin. Kind of doing maybe some work here. I know that there are people getting ready for Nightmare. Absolutely. We'll go through that here in just a bit as well, too. But we've got the National Day calendar. Yes, we do. I'm talking about this a little bit earlier today because we have a special guest coming in at 11 o'clock. So, of course, stay tuned for the 11 o'clock segment. It's going to be very nice. Looking forward to it. I know you will, too. So we're going to be broadcasting live, of course, here like we always do, usually, of course, always, pretty much. Here from downtown Elgin, and of course also on youtube.com at WRMN Radio. You can listen to us through the AM 1410 dial, or of course also through the app. Let's of course talk about the big day that's recognized today on Monday. It's Columbus Day. Yes, happy Columbus Day today. And there are many people that are actually off today. Yes, very nice. Absolutely. Now, us as a radio station, we of course run operations, so we are here. I'm happy to be here, of course. Columbus Day is the second Monday in October, and observance of in the United States each year. It signifies, goodness me, Christopher Columbus's arrival to America on October 12th of 1492. He sailed the ocean blue. That's it. Christopher in 14, that's the rhyme. In 1492, Christopher Columbus sailed the ocean blue. So he was long given credit for discovering North America. However, long before Columbus was born, Leif Erikson landed on these shores. The Italian-born explorer did sail across the Atlantic, though, and more than once. In fact, he made 4 transatlantic voyages. His first was in 1492, hence the rhyme. During that expedition, he was looking for Asia. He and his crew landed their 3 ships somewhere near the modern-day Bahamas. While he may have not discovered an area-populated continent, he did spur further exploration and colonization of North America. It was first observed actually as Columbus Day was first observed in 1906 as it became an official state holiday. More and more people and states began to recognize the observance as well there too. In 1937, Columbus Day became a federal holiday in the United States. Many instances of people observing Columbus's voyage exist since the colonial period. In 1792, celebrations recognized the 300th anniversary of this landing in the New World took place in New York City and other U.S. cities. In fact, here President Benjamin Harrison called upon the people in the United States to join in celebration of Columbus on the 400th anniversary of the event. And during the anniversary in 1892, teachers, poets, preachers, politicians all used the day to teach ideas of patriotism. These teachings were framed along the themes of support of war, citizenship boundaries, and the importance of loyalty to the nation and celebrating social progress. So that is a day recognized today is Christopher Columbus Day. Recognized today. Also today is also Indigenous People Day and also Native American Day as well too. So National Day calendar does have it because I like to bring up both. I like to bring up National Today and National Day calendar. So it's Indigenous Peoples Day, also recognized as also Native American Day today. Of course, it celebrates the cultures and contributions of the many Native American tribes. Recently, on the weekend, he had the powwow. That was the oh my goodness, what is it called? The Midwest Soaring Foundation. That was on the weekend. I know Linda went. I bet she had a great time. That was on. That was the Midwest Soaring Foundation had their powwow over the weekend. Now, while Native American Day is not celebrated in all 50 states, it is recognized in both California and South Dakota, and it's also gaining popularity in the rest of the nation. Events such as traditional dances, arts displays, and ceremonies have begun to replace Columbus Day practices. This is a day that also focuses on celebrating the culture, heritage, and history of tribes across the nation. Each diverse nation carries its own traditions, rituals, and beliefs. This day celebrates their knowledge, contributions, and also enriching heritage too. It's also, of course, a reminder of their enduring legacy of strength, energy, and fortitude as well too. So you can attend local events near you, visit art museums, read books. Of course, there's lots of ways to celebrate the day as well too. So there you go. That is also recognized today. Another day recognized is National Real Sugar Day. Yes, real sugar. Do you like real sugar, or are you more of a sweetener type person? I actually do like having sweeteners. I've heard mixed things where, of course, you know, they say, well, you might as well just have regular sugar because the sweeteners are even worse for you. I don't know. But it is National Real Sugar Day today. So, of course, we can also learn how to balance a healthy diet while enjoying foods that are made with real sugar. Absolutely, you can. Today, we dedicate the entire day to celebrating the gold standard of sweetness on National Real Sugar Day. In March of 2021, there was a survey that was taken. 1,500 U.S. customers were asked to name any ingredients that make food or beverages more enjoyable to eat or drink. Of course, sugar came in as number one ingredient. Not only does real sugar provide our food with amazing flavor, aroma, color, and texture, it can also, of course, be available to anyone who wants to make their life a little bit sweeter. The real sugar that we stock in our pantries is used in many of our favorite recipes. You want to make a nice apple pie, you can add some real sugar there. Real sugar is also essential for the brain, muscles, and other organs to properly function. Real sugar comes from the sugar beets and sugarcane plants through photosynthesis. After harvesting, sugar plants are taken to facilities to extract and package the sugar that is used in our kitchens and everyday life. In addition, sugar plants also contain molasses, which is found naturally in the sugar plants. When molasses is washed away from the real sugar, the result is brown sugar. Interestingly enough, when you leave the molasses on the sugar plants, the result is also brown sugar. They get brown sugar either way there. Of course, also good to mention here as well, making sure to have a healthy diet too, not having too much sugar intake and things like that too. But if you want to, of course, celebrate today, you can bake or cook something with real sugar. Add it to your coffee. If you want to visit a sugar beet or sugarcane harvest to learn how sugarcane is processed. Teach your class about where real sugar comes from. Identify the closest state to you where sugar is grown. So there's lots of ways. Now, of course, a healthy lifestyle is about maintaining a balanced diet, which includes proper physical activity and avoiding anything in excess. They say everything in moderation. So a healthy balance means being able to enjoy real sugar in nutritious foods and also, occasionally here and there to treat yourself to a nice, delicious, sweet and treat, which of course you can absolutely do coming up on Halloween, which is coming up October 31st. Spooky season. Get some good candies. Maybe you have a fun Halloween party. Enjoy some spooky sweet treats there too. Now, the day was actually founded in 2022. The National Day Calendar welcomed the Sugar Association Incorporated to the National Day Calendar founder family. National Real Sugar Day was born to be celebrated each year on October 14th. So there you go. Absolutely. Now, of course, you get back to the earlier days of where it's been around. Well, sugar's been around for thousands of years, one of the oldest commodities in the world. You get back even to the earliest documentation about the domestication of sugarcane dates back to 8,000 BC in Papua New Guinea. And according to records, the indigenous people would chew on it raw. From there, it spread across the globe. So it definitely was a growing industry. You get to the 1500s. In 1550, over 3,000 sugar mills were opened in the Caribbean and South America. Sugarcane would enter Louisiana by 1751. The discovery of the beet sugar was by a German chemist in 1747, and it would not reach the U.S. for actually another 100 years. That is the discovery of the beet sugar, but it came into the U.S., or at least, Louisiana, making it the final sugar colony in the U.S. by 1751. Today, real sugar grows from the coast to coast and border to border of the United States. Sugarcane is grown in 3 states, Florida, Louisiana, and Texas. In addition, 11 states grow beets: California, Colorado, Idaho, Michigan, Minnesota, Montana, Nebraska, North Dakota, Oregon, Washington, and Wyoming. While it was once so valuable that people kept it locked in a sugar safe, advancements, of course, in extracting the sugar from plants have made it, of course, pretty affordable. So there you go. Recognize today, get yourself a good sugary treat, something to enjoy for sure. What is also recognized today as well, and this is on National Today, it is also recognized today to be National Dessert Day. So that can kind of go with the sugar there. National Dessert Day, well, of course, enjoy a delicious dessert. You can enjoy a nice warm apple pie, especially since it's getting to become the colder weather here. Maybe you want to enjoy a nice hot dessert. You can enjoy a nice apple pie. Maybe you can even try one in particular, a place called the Happy Apple Pie Shop, located. It's in Oak Park, so it's a little bit further out if you're within this area here. But anyways, you can try them out. They have delicious pies. So if you want to enjoy a nice dessert today, maybe make an apple pie, heat it up, get something delicious there. Apple pie definitely very popular within the season. Last night we had pumpkin pie, which is good too. But the older I get, the more I actually enjoy apple pie, probably the most, even more than like a regular chocolate sweet pie. I really like the nice traditional apple pie. Is very good. So thought this is a cute place to go to, the Happy Apple Pie Shop, if you want to get some good apple pies and other delicious sweet treats on National Dessert Day, especially something, of course, to enjoy during the fall weather. So that's recognized today, National Dessert Day. Pick up a box of dozen donuts, Country Donuts, or wherever you like to get it. You can get some delicious desserts, cookies, cakes, pies, sweet treats, and so much more that can be recognized, of course, and enjoyed by many. The time is 10:47. I'm going to take another quick time out. We'll be back with more Out to Lunch with WRMN AM 1410 here in just a bit. So, of course, stay tuned.
For an absolutely amazing meal and attentive, smiling staff, try Red Ox Restaurant and Bar in Hampshire. They have a delicious Friday night fish fry. There's so many great dishes on the menu that'll keep you returning. Try their savory French onion soup. Then for your main course, choose from a wide variety of steaks and chops, fried chicken, shrimp, or juicy prime rib, done just the way you like it. Red Ox also has daily specials and a full bar for you and your friends. Visit redoxhampshire.com today.
At the law offices of Guthrie and Brady, we are dedicated to providing high-quality legal services at affordable prices. Whether you're dealing with real estate transactions, foreclosures, or will and estates, our experienced team, including Mary Brady, the happy lawyer, is here to help. With over 50 years of experience, you can trust that our attorneys have the knowledge and expertise to handle your legal needs. Our comfortable and welcoming office, along with our professional staff, makes it easy for you to get the legal guidance you deserve. If you're looking for expert legal services you can rely on, contact the law offices of Guthrie and Brady today. Schedule a consultation and let us put our decades of experience to work for you. For more information, visit gandblegal.com. That's gandblegal.com.
When you need your banker, they should be ready to put you first. At Wintrust, you can have the banking experience you need and the one you deserve. Ready for a change? We've made it even easier. Our new sophisticated online platform makes opening accounts a breeze, but our bankers are always here for you. Open a new Total Access checking account in minutes at wintrust.com/fast. Plus, get $300.
$100 required to open. Requirements to qualify. Must use link to apply.
Member FDIC.
Wake up, Fox River Valley. WRMN AM 1410 is shaking things up with a brand new weekday lineup that'll keep you informed, entertained, and engaged. I'm Marky B, WRMN Program Director and host of The First Shift, inviting you to start your day with The First Shift from 6 to 10 a.m. Monday through Friday. Larry Jones, Jakes, myself, and the entire First Shift team bring you the latest local news, entertainment, and, my favorite, more to kick off your morning. Then it's out to lunch with Matt McNeil from 10 until 1 p.m. Tune in for your midday fix of news, interviews, community happenings, and of course, the legendary WRMN Tradio Show. In the afternoon, join us for Fox Valley Afternoons from 2 until 6 p.m. Tammy and friends will chat lifestyle from 2 to 4, while Sonar and his crew dive into politics and news from 4 until 6. Plus, get to know the movers and shakers of the Fox River Valley with exclusive interviews, too. Don't miss out on our new local lineup that's tailor-made for you. WRMN AM 1410, the talk of the town. Tune in and turn it up.
All right, welcome back, folks, to Out to Lunch with WRMN AM 1410. We hope you are enjoying the show so far. Hopefully you're having a good morning here. A little bit chillier outside today, but nice blue, sunny skies, a little bit of a breeze. It's a nice day outside. Happy Columbus Day. Happy October 14th. We're getting kind of close to the halfway mark here of October already. Oh my goodness, how the time has flown. So let's take a look here. So USPS, schools and more. What is closed on Columbus Day and Indigenous Peoples Day today? Many states recognize Monday as Indigenous Peoples Day, though that does not actually include Illinois, it says here. Monday, October 14th is the federal holiday of Columbus Day, which means that many businesses, including the United States Postal Services, are closed as well today. So if you go on to the Chicago News 5, you'll be able to actually find a article that was posted about 3 hours ago on what is kind of closed. They give kind of a general basis on things that might be closed. Of course, garbage collection. So there's no garbage collection on Columbus Day. Even if your garbage is not collected on Mondays, the holiday may impact your regular weekend garbage and recycling collection. Banks. A number of banks, credit unions will likely be closed on as Columbus Day is considered a holiday by the Federal Reserve. If they choose, banks can be open on a Federal Reserve holiday. While most major banks will be closed, you might still be able to, of course, take advantage of mobile and online services as well. The stock market, on the other hand, will be open for the day. Bond markets will stay closed, however. The U.S. Postal Service will be closed today in observance of the holiday. Mail won't be delivered either as well, too. So just wanted to throw that out there as well. State government facilities in Illinois will remain closed for the day, as will federal government buildings across the country. Libraries are expected to remain open. So, for example, here, the Gale Borden Public Library, for example, let's take a look here and see. We'll go onto their Facebook page and also see if they're open here on the Google side of things. I know that the South Elgin branch is temporarily closed. Yeah, it is open, so they are open right now. If you do want to stop on by, you can feel free to do that. So they are open today. Let's see what else here. DMV, driver services facilities operated by the Illinois Secretary of State's office will be closed in observance of the holiday. According to the Illinois State Board of Education, Columbus Day is among the, quote, legal school holidays that do not count towards the mandatory 176-day school year. Chicago Public Schools will be closed today, as it recognizes the day as Indigenous Peoples Day. As per some of the area's largest suburban districts, the Indian Prairie School District 204, which serves students primarily for the Aurora, Naperville, Bolingbrook, and also the Plainfield area will be closed. Elgin Area School District U46 will also be closed, is also closed today in observance of both Columbus Day and Indigenous Peoples Days. Today, Community High School District 218 will also be closed. So, of course, you can also check out more information on each school's calendar that can be found on the district's website as well too. Now, in terms of like stores, Target, Costco, Starbucks, and more, I got my Dunkin' coffee today. They were open. I saw McDonald's was open. Most retailers, grocery stores, and restaurants will still be open and operating on regular scheduled hours. But just to make sure, not a bad idea to just call ahead, make sure before venturing out. While Costco is closed on several holidays throughout the year, it will be closed today. That's what the website said. That's according to NBCChicago.com. So thank you to them for putting that information out there. So those are little just kind of general information on what is open today and what is closed today. Kind of also a day here too, as there are a lot of banks that are closed today. It is also National Online Bank Day. So that's a great way, of course, to utilize the online bank. It reminds us that we don't have to take it to the bank to get to the bank. If you're not yet one of the millions of people who have discovered the convenience and ease of online banking, then you might be missing out on a great opportunity too. Now, the benefits of using an online bank, of course, you can make your money work harder. It's pretty fast, convenient access, provides a flexibility to choose when and where you bank, offers smart, simple features, gives you great control over managing your money, and no branches equals more environmentally friendly as well, too. So how to observe the day? Well, use the online bank, of course. And then also another day that's actually recognized as a weekend today through till the 16th. It is Sherlock Holmes weekend. Yes, of course, it is held actually each spring and fall in Cape May, New Jersey. This year, it takes place now through till the 16th. It is a weekend that promises visitors a murder party style weekend of intrigue, mystery solving, and live performances. So pretty cool. If you're a Sherlock Holmes fan, then of course today is a day to celebrate today on this during the week, start of the week here. So there you go. There's lots of course, history on Sherlock Holmes. The detective is born in 1887. The author, Arthur Conan Doyle, introduces Holmes in A Study in Scarlet, which is published in Beatson's Christmas Annual. Unfortunately, the public interest is limited, at least until Holmes' second appearance. And then, of course, the rest is history. So he was not pretty popular at first. He was kind of on the side a bit. Then you get into, later in time, and then it becomes more popular. Now, the author Doyle actually claims Holmes distracts him from better things and tries to actually kill him off in 1893. However, there was actually public protest that was so intense that he actually resurrected the detective. I find all this stuff very interesting when it's like, there's popular story characters or things like that too. And it's like, they go through a lot of trial and error where it's like, oh, that thing might have not been. Could you imagine not having to have it done that way? Or, a song was changed and it's a very popular song that we know the lyrics to nowadays. But in the past, it was, written to be a certain way. And like, oh, that's not, something that it's like, I'm glad it worked out the way that it did, really is kind of how it goes. So life is kind of funny that way. So there are other days that are also recognized today on National Day calendar and also National Today. If you want to use those websites, you can feel free to take a look at them yourself. Check out birthdays, holidays, fun things to do. And of course, there's always something to celebrate, recognize, appreciate as well too. On any day as well here. There you go. This does wrap it up for the 10 o'clock hour of Out to Lunch. When we come back, we do have a very special guest who is going to be in person here in studio. Stay tuned for that. You're listening to WRMN AM 1410, broadcasting live here from downtown Elgin, serving the Fox River Valley. Stay tuned for more upcoming in just a bit. Don't forget, at about 12:30 later into the day here, or later into the show, we're going to be doing our Tradio segment. That'll be the time to call into the show to announce your announcements, whether you're looking to buy, sell, trade, or announce to the Fox Valley. Stay tuned. We'll be back.
business, and you may be paying too much. Call the Term Lifeline right now and see if you can save 40%. $500,000 plans and up, that's our specialty. Even great smokers rates. Protect your family today. Call the Term Lifeline right now for a free quote. 866-509-TERM. 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 There's a price war in the insurance business, and you may be paying too much. Call the Term Lifeline right now and see if you can save 40%. $500,000 plans and up, that's our specialty. Even great smokers rates. Protect your family today. Call the Term Lifeline right now for a free quote. 866-509-TERM. 866-509-TERM. 866-509-TERM.
Your hometown radio station since 1949. We are WRMN AM 1410. Elgin time, 11 o'clock.
With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan. Brought to you by Bank of America Merrill Investments. Police continuing to investigate a stabbing that occurred on Cedar Avenue, leading to the death of an adult male following a violent altercation. The victim, who sustained critical injuries, was rushed to a local hospital but later succumbed to his wounds. Police have secured a person of interest related to the incident and reassure the community that there is no further danger at this time. Mark Armstrong, Kane County Supervisor of Assessments, has been elected as the Secretary-Treasurer of the Illinois Association of County Officials. With over 20 years in county government, Armstrong brings a wealth of experience to his new role at a pivotal moment for the organization. Applications are now open for the 2024 John Lewis Youth Leadership Award, a recognition initiative for young Illinoisans who have contributed significantly to their communities through civic engagement. You can fill out the application on the website of the Secretary of State. With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan.
In business, service is everything. Cintas delivers what you need to better serve your customers. Whether it's freshly laundered work apparel for almost any job imaginable, tested and inspected fire protection systems, first aid and safety supplies, on-site AED training, or mops and restroom products, stocked and ready when you need them. Better work days happen together. So visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
Whether you own a local business or a global one, you're always looking for ways to position your operation to create opportunities and move on them faster. With Bank of America, you get access to experts, award-winning insights, and business solutions so powerful, you'll make every move matter, locally and globally. Visit bankofamerica.com/banking for business to learn more. What would you like the power to do? Copyright 2024 Bank of America, N.A.
Experts say regular auto maintenance is one of the most important things for your car. Meineke Car Care Center at 376 Sundown Road in South Elgin covers all your automotive needs. From oil changes, brake services, and emission testing, Meineke's expert staff provides hard work and dedication with the utmost professionalism. Need an oil change? Visit Meineke in South Elgin for their 23-point inspection. Call 847-888-9644.
My fellow Kane Countyans, I am Anthony Catella, the Republican candidate for Circuit Clerk. This election is important for Kane County as well as our country. Independent, libertarian, and all voters can make a big difference by voting for the right candidate regardless of party. I am a good, decent, honest, patriotic American called to public service. I ask you to vote for me as your next Circuit Clerk of Courts for Kane County, Illinois. Thank you, God bless you, and may God bless the United States of America.
Progressive presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
Rumbles into the end zone. An angry run from Kokomet. Touchdown! Touchdown Bears!
The call on Bears Radio 35-16. The win over the Jaguars in London on Sunday. Chicago improves to 4-2 while Jacksonville drops to 1-5. 4 touchdown passes in the win for Caleb Williams. He was 23 of 29 passing for 226 yards. He did get picked off once. DeAndre Swift carried the ball 17 times for 91 yards and a score. Cole Kmet and Keenan Allen collected 2 touchdown passes apiece. Kmet was pressed into emergency long snapping duties after Scott Daly left the game early with a knee injury. Chicago has a 3-game winning streak for the first time since late in the 2020 season. The Bears have the bye week, then they visit the Commanders in Week 8.
Bundle auto and home, renters or condo, and save with Progressive.
I'm Chuck Sanders on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
Lowe's knows it's easier to make the right calls when you have the right team. That's why our Lowe's Red Vest associates can help with game time decisions. Plus, use in-store mode on the Lowe's app to find what you need. Under pressure at home and want it soon? Order online by 2 p.m. to get it same day. Same day valid on eligible in-stock items and select zip codes only. Subject to driver availability. Fees vary based on purchase. Exclusions and more terms apply. See Lowe's.com/same-day delivery for details.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds, which could be life-changing. I mean, you could put that money towards that zero-turn lawnmower you've always wanted. And after using its edge-shaping technology to meticulously sculpt the face of the Mona Lisa into your grass, you'll become the undisputed king of Saturday morning lawn care, leaving your neighbor and sworn enemy Gary to question his place in the delicate neighborhood ecosystem. And it's all because you could save money switching at Progressive.com.
If you are 50 years and older, you are welcome to join Elgin State Bank's sponsored movie days at Elgin Marcus Theater. It will always be on the second Thursday of each month. Doors open at 8:30 a.m. At 9 a.m., you will hear a very brief message from Sherry Aschenbrenner about upcoming senior events, and movies will begin at approximately 9:30 a.m. Coffee and a donut is complimentary. You can always call the movie theater hotline number of 847-888-7976 to find out what movies are playing each month. The cost is $3 if you are a member of Elgin State Bank, meaning you have an account there, and $5 if you are a non-member. And for more senior information, catch Sherry's Senior Showcase on the third Tuesday of every month at 9:15 a.m. right here on WRMN, AM 1410 and 96.7 FM. All right, good morning, good morning. Welcome to the 11 o'clock hour of Out to Lunch with WRMN, AM 1410, broadcasting live here in beautiful downtown Elgin. We serve here also the Fox River Valley area. So if you want to be, of course, part of the conversation, tuning in, you can, of course, listen in through the AM 1410 dial. We also do have an app that's available for download on Google Play for Samsung users and also, of course, on the App Store for iOS users out there as well. If you want to listen to us also, you can listen and also watch. And I do recommend watching here today on youtube.com at WMN Radio. If you'd like to hit that subscribe button and click the notification bell, give the video a nice like. You can feel free, of course, to do that, keeping you up to date and in the loop with what's happening here in the Fox River Valley and, of course, also with WRMN. Now, of course, we do have some very special guests who are in-house today, in studio today, and they're going to be talking about some really, really awesome things today. So we have, we want to welcome, of course, to the stage, we've got, we'll introduce Ron Lang first of the Elgin Sports Hall of Fame. We've got here also with us as well, Jeff Myers, of course. How are you both doing today?
Very well, thank you.
Thanks so much for coming on to the show. I'm glad that we were able to have you on here. So Ron Lang is of the Elgin Sports Hall of Fame. He's going to be talking about some really cool things here. Some new members being inducted into the Hall of Fame coming up Sunday, November 3rd. So for those who don't know, if you want to give yourself a little introduction.
You, Ron? Yeah, Ron Lang. I've been involved with the Elgin Sports Hall of Fame since 2000 when I joined the board of directors. I've served as vice president, president on the executive board, and now just presently a regular board member.
Awesome. Very, very cool. So tell us a little bit too, what got you kind of interested in being a member of the Hall of Fame?
Well, I've always been someone who's interested in Elgin sports,
Mm-hmm.
and I got very interested in history of Elgin sports, some of these famous teams and individuals. And I had a friendship with Dave St. John, and the possibility of joining the board came up through Dave St. John back in 2000. So I was very fortunate to be invited to join the board. I certainly have had many great memories and opportunities since then. But I've certainly enjoyed learning a great deal about the history of Elgin sports. It's been fabulous meeting some of the inductees and really getting to know them much better.
That's awesome. Very cool. I mean, you've probably met so many different, so many people, and you've heard their stories, and it's caused a lot of great inspiration, and a lot more too. So very, very cool. So tell us a little bit about why you're here today.
Well, I'm here today to talk about this year's banquet, but also the 5 new inductees that we have going into the Hall of Fame. 4 teams that we're going to be recognized as part of our team recognition program, where we recognize outstanding teams from Elgin's past. And then we also have 2 award recipients this year, one for the Vic Massey Service Award and one for Lifetime Achievement, which is a recipient who's been an inductee in the past, who goes on into a different endeavor in sports, or continues and does more outstanding things in their field of accomplishment.
Very cool.
Wow. Yours truly, Jeff Myers here. It's my honor to be in the studio again with you, Matt. It's delightful, and we know Ron real well. He mentioned the Vic Massey Award. Now, Vic Massey, in his time here in Elgin, did many things at the sports complexes, some of his work, but Vic Massey was a longtime sportscaster for WRMN Radio.
Ah, there you go.
Way back when. That's his legacy there, and then he evolved into some city work as well. Isn't that right?
That's correct, yes. He was, I think, assistant director of Parks and Recreation.
Yeah.
He was in charge of the softball programs. Vic was very dedicated to sports in Elgin.
And the sports complex we just saw last week, it's going to have 3 soccer fields now that 2 can be converted to football. So his legacy continues to grow.
Absolutely. That's important. That's important. You know, you see the growth that's happening, of course, and it might give even more opportunities as well, too. So how when it comes to being inducted into the Hall of the Elgin Sports Hall of Fame, I mean, for those people who might not know, how does that happen? I mean, really?
Well, a candidate either has to be 50 years old and or out of their sport entirely for 5 years.
Okay.
Then they're eligible to be nominated. We require and need documentation on their achievements. Then we follow up and get all those things confirmed. Once that's done, it goes to the board of directors for their consideration, and the board must approve any candidate that goes on the ballot.
Okay.
Once they go on the ballot, they are allowed to stay on the ballot up to 15 years. If they happen to drop off, they have to stay off the ballot for 3 years, then they're eligible to go on again. There's not too many that happens to. I mean, if you're really a bona fide candidate, the odds are you're going to be inducted.
And I'd be 68 years old if I followed that suit if I didn't get the first crack at it.
Is that right?
Well, 15 plus 3, and I'm back on.
Okay, you're back. Yeah,
yeah, well,
right.
You'd have to be an older. I'm still enjoying life, but no, it's an honor to be on the Sports Hall of Fame. No question about that.
It is, and unfortunately, those who go back to periods like the 40s, 50s, 60s, these days have more difficulty getting the support needed than more recent names.
Yeah.
Athletics in Elgin.
You can't go back. You don't often have your stats. You don't often have your total career, like a Jumpin' Joe Thornton is legendary, but you might not have all his paperwork, all of what he did. We just have the folklore of what he did. So it's important to recount what you did, is it not?
Yes, it is. And it's a shame that our local schools don't have tremendous archives as well. A couple of them have no archives.
Yeah.
Go back.
Although the Elgin High Maroons have a very good record room. They have an exceptional. They have all the yearbooks.
Much more helpful. But of course, with the kind of disappearance of newspapers and newspaper files, you have difficulty locating information. Also, thank goodness we're able to use the Elgin History Museum and Gail Borden microfilm if we need to.
Now, what are some of the sports? I mean, really, it's just kind of any sport, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so it could be football, basketball. Would you even say like tennis would be one?
Oh,
of them?
yes,
Okay.
definitely. Certainly the major sports seem to draw the most interest. That could be basketball, football, baseball. Some of the people in some of the, I guess, lesser, people call them minor sports, do have more trouble getting support, and that's where the board of directors comes in. We generally allow the membership to vote in 4 candidates a year, and our bylaws provide that the board has the opportunity to vote in 1, because we want to make sure old timers get a chance to be elected. Now, in the case of this year, where the membership voted in all 5, one of those individuals was an old timer, so the board had no selections again this year for the 3rd year.
Okay. Okay. So is to I guess pun intended, the playing field, is it wider, or is it more? I mean, like, of course there's many people within Elgin that play sports, but it does seem like it you have to definitely have meet a certain criteria when it comes to the achievements.
Well, yes, you have to be what people would consider outstanding or superior achievements in your field of athletics. For a good example would be someone who would be an all-state athlete.
Okay.
Would have, let's say, a much more automatic way of getting on the ballot rather than someone who's not an all-state athlete. Now, in the case of someone who goes on to college, again, if you're an All-American, someone like that, certainly that's a name that's going to stand out as far as being superior. But certainly there's people who are submitted who are not approved for the ballot because, again, the board feels their achievements are not of a superior nature. Again, this is to be the best of the best in their field.
Yep. Absolutely. Well, pardon me, you're definitely educating me because I'm actually not very well known with sports. I know, of course, you are. You're very well known with the sports for Jeff. So you're definitely educating me as well as others out there as well too. Talk to us a little bit about the upcoming
induction ceremony, November 3.
Yes, that's going to be at the Heritage Ballroom. That's nice.
That's right. Yeah, Sunday, November 3rd, we have our 43rd annual banquet. We'll have the 5 inductees going in this year. We have 4 teams being recognized. And then we have a Vic Massey recipient and a Lifetime Achievement recipient. The social hour starts at 5. The dinner starts at 6 o'clock, with the program following roughly around 6:45 or just after. And then around 4 o'clock, actually this year will be a little earlier, we'll have in the Hall of Fame hallway, Jeff and Bruce will be there. We'll be conducting interviews of the honorees as well as taking pictures of them. And certainly those will be available, both the interviews and the pictures for people to see.
That's awesome. And I'm sure too, every single individual story is different. They all have something a little unique to each one. So that's really cool. And I mean, I'm seeing here too on the actual website, they've inducted, Elgin Sports Hall of Fame has inducted 209 members since 1980.
Yes, yeah. This year now we'll make it 214, but you're right, since 1980. It's marvelous to go back and look at the history of sports in this town. People come up and frequently ask, well, aren't you running out of candidates? And the answer is no. I mean, we have some people who are outstanding at doing research and finding people back in the early 1900s yet, or the 1930s. One of the gentlemen who has done that is a Rich Renner, who's involved with the Elgin History Museum. Rich will do extensive research on someone and get them on the ballot. The most recent example was Lawrence McNerney, who played not only at Elgin High, but also played at Notre Dame and did some coaching there, and then came back to Elgin, was a prominent citizen here, and very few people knew about him until Rich did all this research and got him on the ballot. So there's people like that that is just amazing to learn about.
Yeah, absolutely. Is there a particular school that seems to kind of have a grand history of a lot of people who were inducted? It sounds like Elgin High School
Certainly Elgin High, because they've been in existence longer.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say in the last 15 years or so, certainly Larkin has had many inductees.
Mm-hmm.
But Elgin High, with the great stories you hear, their history, with the teams they had, yeah, they've had many individuals inducted. And certainly St. Edwards also has had a number of inductees, including one this year. So those three schools certainly have kind of dominated the nominees and inductees at this point.
But Matt also just mentioned you've expanded the schools in recent years.
Yes, over the years, let's see, we went from basically the three
Core
schools. We've added over the years not only eligibility for induction, but also scholarships. We've added South Elgin, Burlington Central, the Westminster Christian, Elgin Community College, Harvest Academy, and actually, as far as scholarships and induction, any school such as Hampshire, Bartlett High, they are eligible for scholarships and inductees if the student lived in or went to school in Elgin.
Wow.
So it's possible now that students who are in the academy at one of those schools, if they're participating in sports, they could be nominated for the Hall of Fame eventually.
That's
Wow.
awesome.
So we could have a whipper in the hall.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Well, matter of fact, we look at Burlington, Jeff, you know that in the last few years,
They've
we've
dominated,
had some
yeah.
outstanding individuals from Burlington. Let's see, the most recent one was Kayla Johnson, her married name is, for softball. And before that, we had, let's see, the football player who went on and played some pro football, was a record setter at Northern. One of those senior moments. You probably know who I'm talking
I
about.
don't know that exact name, but I know you've stretched it out a little bit. And again, Matt, scholarships come from the wide area as well. Isn't that right?
Yes, they
Scholarship
do.
monies.
Yes, they do. Well, our two main sources for scholarship money is from our annual golf outing that we have in September at Elgin Country Club, and then from donations from members and supporters. We're now giving out 30 scholarships per year at $1,700 each. So we're very proud that we're giving out over $50,000 in scholarships a year.
That's great.
Absolutely. And again, the list of schools too. You said Westminster Christian School. I graduated from there.
Hey,
That's
well,
really
There you go.
Yeah. Very cool.
congratulations on that. Yeah. Yeah, you've really done a nice job extending that to other schools and other areas with the Elgin flavor, like you say.
Yes. Well, back, years ago, we didn't include any schools outside of the ones in Elgin.
Yeah.
And some of us felt very strongly that we needed to include any student athlete who also came from Elgin. So using that rationale, we were able to broaden the scholarship pool because there's a lot of kids from
Sure.
Elgin going to South Elgin and Burlington.
Yeah, and the Elgin Sports Hall of Fame extended themselves that way to your Westminster Christian and more.
Very cool. Very cool. And that's cool too, that, that I graduated from there and then, they had, I remember when they added the football team to Westminster. And then of course all the other sports.
Baseball, basketball, they're great. Were you on the basketball team?
I was for 1 year in elementary school.
Really?
That's
Yeah, because
it.
we've gone out there over the years because you've had some great tournament games, and a nice
Yes.
gym, nice gymnasium.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, yeah. They've upgraded the gym in the past couple of years and the years before, so they're always upgrading for sure. So that's really, really cool. So, folks, if you are interested, check out the website eshof.org. That's the Elgin Sports Hall of Fame, established in 1980. If you do want to check out their website, I'll pull it up on the screen here too, so that people can also find it as well. Recognizing Elgin's outstanding athletes, providing scholarships to our student athletes, celebrating our sports history. You can check out more information, the history about it as well, board of directors, committees, and annual events as well there too. And also check out, of course, the hall. They've got these beautiful old pictures. I always love the old pictures. So you get to, of course, see that awesome history there as well too. And then there it is here, Sunday, November 3rd at the Edward Schock Center for the 44th Annual Elgin Sports Hall of Fame Foundation Banquet. Very, very cool. Is there anything in particular that maybe you're aware of that might be like, is there anything that is going to be different this year than the past years? Or is it always kind of followed along the same way?
It usually follows a pretty similar format. We keep adding some things, visual things, both to our banquet program as well as on screen, whereas now we used to just roll pictures of the inductees. Now we've added pictures of all the scholarship recipients during the banquet, the inductees, all the teams. As they're recognized during the banquet, we've got a picture of them up in the hall so everyone can actually identify who it is we are recognizing.
Absolutely. So people, I mean, here too, they can enjoy, of course, this this celebration. There's going to be good food there too. Have you had the food there?
Yes, yes. It's a catering service put on by Greg Chantalucci, a former Elgin High student. They do a very, very nice job serving the meal and providing wonderful food for us.
We just had that group out for the Elgin Public Museum. They had their gathering. The food was supplied by Greg and his company.
Awesome.
The other day. So it was kind of fun. Yeah, he gets around.
He does.
He's a charming young man.
Yes.
Yeah, they recently had it was the Monster Bash.
That's right.
That was on the 12th.
That's right. That's right. The right here it is. The Monster Bash. It was a graveyard smash, and that was fun. We were there. That, of course, is for the museum, and Sherry Blazier, who's done so much great work in recent years. She dominates that, and they put up a video where a man named Akeem, I forgot his last name, Akeem. I can see it here somewhere. He danced. Akeem Francis was Michael Jackson. Everybody, except me, I'm old, got up and danced, and they put that up on YouTube. It's like 3,000 views. So he was showing them, how I could dance. He was doing that high-pitched square, and Bruce looked good dancing, but we did cut that video out. So it was fun. Yeah, so those are great folks there. And again, congratulations to the Elgin Public Museum. They've done so much in recent years, as you know.
Absolutely. Yes, they have done a lot, and it's very, very cool. So, and more information in your chair. So at 4 p.m., the pictures and interviews are going to be starting there. Of course, they say here local personality, Jeff Myers.
This is the first I heard of this.
Yeah.
No, it's my honor to interview everybody. It's a wonderful moment that we do that, and very appreciative that we're allowed to do that. And those videos live on in history, really, as far as the folks. Yeah, and Bruce Shipyard's there with camera and photos, so it's always a great moment. No question about it.
Absolutely. So folks coming out here, if you want to check out more information, it is on their main website, the eshof.org website, if you do want to check out all that information. You can also view, of course, also the candidates as well, too. Did you want to talk a little bit about the candidates or also go into a little bit more on the
Final Five?
The Final Five?
Yeah.
Yes, the Final Five.
We started out with 28 candidates on the ballot this year. And as I mentioned before, the membership selected 5 new inductees this year. The first one is Christine Dieterle. Christine is coming actually from Switzerland to attend this induction. She's lived there for many years, but Christine is being inducted for swimming. Again, another individual that we kind of researched and brought up that very few people remembered. Christina was a 3-year varsity swimmer for Larkin High. She set conference records at the time in the 100 and 200 yard freestyle. She also was the conference champion in both of those events. At the IHSA competition, Christina finished 6th in the 100 yard breaststroke as a junior. The following year, she went back to IHSA competition and finished 5th place. Attended University of Iowa. There, she set records in the 400-meter individual medley, the 100-meter and 200-meter breaststroke. She's a Big Ten championship finalist her freshman year. Went on to do numerous great things at the University of Iowa. She was the captain of the Iowa swim team for 3 years. She was named Most Valuable Swimmer at Iowa. She received a Lou Ginsburg Humanitarian Award and All-American Honorable Mention accolades as a senior. And since she met Olympic standards, she actually went to the Olympic trials for swimming in 1988.
Wow.
So she has an incredible.
How did she end up in Switzerland?
She was over there, I believe, doing some touring.
Yeah.
And met a young man over there. They ended up having a long-term relationship and getting married.
Wow.
And she settled in Switzerland, and according to her mom, just loves it over there.
Wonderful.
So they've never returned here.
Wow. Can we find Switzerland on the map if we look hard enough? That's great.
Yeah, exactly.
What's the language in Switzerland? Is she English?
English.
All the way? All right.
Yes.
So that's a natural move. That might be my next move,
Yeah,
Matt.
it's in Switzerland.
Yeah, Switzerland we're going to.
Yeah. Now, a second inductee that the membership elected, Jeff can talk about this young man for, I'm sure, on and on, is Trevan Hayes. Would you like to talk about
Yeah,
Trevan?
Trevan, thank you there. Appreciate that. It's Trevan is in the time we're doing extensive cable work for Jones Intercable, and Trevan's a Larkin grad of 2000. So Matt Schabert, the quarterback who went in last year, and Trevan had a great relationship. He was a wonderful wide receiver. He is just a great talent. He's still in our area, is he not? He's still with
Yes, he lives in South Elgin.
Yes, he's in our area, so we see him from time to time. Tremendous time. It's the 1999 team for Larkin went 3 rounds deep into the playoffs. A very good Naperville team would beat them, but they would knock off a couple of different schools to get there, and that's a great team. That's the best individual team for Larkin's history football-wise, and Trevan was a very important receiving part of that, and a great young lad, no doubt about it.
And Jeff would really, I was reminded and so impressed the fact that he was not only a wonderful receiver, but the fact, I think what's overlooked is that he was, people have told me what a running back he was. He also did the run backs on kickoffs and punt returns, played on defense. And I was really impressed when I looked at his post-senior year accolades. I mean, here's some of the accolades he had. State honors. He was named All-State by the Illinois Football Coaches Association, the Champaign News-Gazette, Chicago Sun-Times, and Chicago Tribune. The Prep Football Report selected him for the All-Midwest team, and USA Today named him honorable mention on the high school All-American team.
Wow.
Quite
A
a
kid
very
from
impressive
Elgin and
list.
Larkin High School. That's incredible.
Yes.
That's great awards.
Yes, it
Wonderful. Yeah, and the nice lad he is. So always one of our favorites. No question about it. Trevan Hayes. He had my vote. I got 2 of the 5 that go in actually were my votes. Oh, we're helping along.
Did
those
an
votes.
excellent job there on the
40%.
voting. You helped put these people in.
40%, just like my high school average.
There you go. And then we have Courtney LaFair going in for softball. She's quite well known in the area for her softball skills. She was a 3-year varsity starter at shortstop for Larkin High, back on some wonderful teams. As a junior, she was named to the Illinois Coaches Association All-State team. As a senior, she played on the McDonald's Mitsubishi All-Star team and also the Super 60 All-Star team that year. She also played on the World Cup softball team in the Netherlands.
Oh,
Wow.
wow.
We can't keep these folks in the
Isn't that,
States.
quite a
Everybody's
wonderful.
travels far.
Wow, think of that. And then she went on and had a very good career at Valparaiso University.
Great.
So Courtney LaFair.
All right.
Awesome. Very cool.
Next, you have a coach.
Yes. And again, Jeff, you'll have some information here.
Terry Schabert, who passed away this past spring.
yes.
Terry Schabert was, the Schabert family is well known in town. Terry was a wonderful baseball coach and also an assistant coach for football. But in baseball, his teams produced 3 players from Larkin High School that have major league history. Now, that doesn't happen in a school our size. Roger Smithberg, ironically, as we started this program, Roger Smithberg, who pitched for the Oakland A's in 1993, walked by this window. Roger Smithberg is a Larkin grad who made the major leagues, got the first 10 men out in a game when he appeared on, I think, the September 1 of 1993. Roger, a great talent, and went to Bradley, did he not?
Yes, he did.
And he's a man who works in town. He takes a little jabber and picks up excess garbage just because he's such a good citizen while he walks the street of Elgin. You can see him every hour, basically at noon. I'm explaining the story right, am I? Basically in our time frame here, Roger is, he talks a little bit like Gary Cooper. Hi, Jeff, how you doing? Got some garbage here. So he's a wonderful man, one of our all-time favorites. Yes. We were so pleased. Actually, we talked with Terry Shabert after Roger appeared in the major leagues. We called Terry, and he outlined his career as a young man at Larkin. And those two together. Also, Ryan Cienko, who is a Detroit Tiger catching coach, made the playoffs. It was a playoffs this year. They lost out. And Rick Short last year was the assistant hitting instructor for Arizona, who went to the World Series. These kids are our kids. They're from Elgin. They went to Larkin. When you get three guys in the major leagues like that, that was why I voted for Terry as well. Terry did something right to help these kids advance their life and their careers.
Kind of think about that, Jeff. You sit back and think, here it is, Elgin has two guys on the major league coaching staffs at one time. And I myself cannot think back to anyone from Elgin who's been a major league coach before, period.
I think you're right on that. It's a great period of time. It's a wonderful period of time for these Larkin grads and for the history and the thoughts of Elgin. That's great for these guys to do it. And Ryan Cienko is also with the Dodgers before he went to his current team, but he just seems to control things. He actually played a year, I think, with one of the Schaumburg teams. Remember? He played with Schaumburg. He was a catcher.
Could be, and I think he also played for the Joliet Jackhammers.
And hit a lot of home runs. So he's a local kid that continued to do it and just learned a lot. And they pretty much say, do what you want coaching-wise. He's so well respected for the Tigers.
Yeah, just another thing on Terry Shabert. He was the first coach in Elgin to achieve 400 victories in baseball. Now, later, Dave Cookland also passed that mark, but Terry was the first coach to have 400 victories. He had several regional titles. He had some powerhouse teams in the 90s.
He
Jeff's mentioned some of those players.
Great. We were excited. One game in 1993, we played where the Cougars played. And you had Rashad Stewart, who would later play professional ball, was there for Elgin High. You had all those guys together. It was some great stuff. No question about it.
Awesome. And we've got the fifth person, David Yates.
David Yates, kind of a sad story. And David also passed away this spring. David, there was a lot of publicity about David going back a year ago because he came down, he was diagnosed with brain cancer and succumbed this year after the basketball season. He was a 1988 graduate from St. Edward, and again, he is being inducted for outstanding achievements in coaching. Just to cover, his most recent stint was at Palatine Fremd. He coached girls basketball since 2006. So in that 19-year period, his teams had a record that was astounding. His winning percentage like 76% over that period of time. He won 11 conference titles, 11 regionals. He had 5 sectionals and 5 super sectional championships. And in addition to that, he coached Palatine girls at Fremd to the state championship in 2020 in the Class 2A. He also finished second twice, third place once, and fourth place once. Just incredible coaching career. He's been the recipient of numerous honors. Going back to Arizona, where he was back there when he coached the boys, he was the Arizona State Coach of the Year. And then here in Illinois, he was a 5-time recipient of the Illinois Basketball Coaches Association District 5 Coach of the Year, the 2020 State Coach of the Year. In the IHSA Girls Basketball Coach of the Year, he was named by the National Federation of High Schools. Earlier this year, the National Federation also recognized Yates as one of 8 National High School Spirit of Sport section winners. And he was also inducted into the Illinois Basketball Coaches Association Hall of Fame just this past year.
Wow is all we can say.
Incredible.
That's great. That's tremendous. The IBCA, that's getting in there is wonderful.
Yes. Yeah. So really a fabulous group of inductees this year.
Absolutely. And folks, if you do want to check it out too, again, it's on the main website here, eshof.org /inductees is where you can find it. And of course, all the inductees are celebrated for their outstanding achievements and accomplishments, of course, in their respective sports. So,
Good job. You're so fancy with this YouTube. You can zip up and down. I'm seeing photos and things like that. So I know folks really appreciate that. We enjoy that. We've been doing some football games this year and having the YouTube with us.
Now,
It's
Jeff,
kind of fun. Yes, sir.
the last picture that was up there, are you able to identify the gymnasium that's being shown?
That would be
was
old.
it the previous one that
Old Elgin High School.
Picture of the gymnasium. Yes.
Old Elgin High. Yeah, we've done over the years. We have gone. It still exists, Matt. You haven't been there, but it still exists. The old gymnasium. It's where the offices are for the entire school offices are right there now. We did our girls' assistant, a coach. Doc went out there and did a game there. It's the lighting's strange for television or video. It's kind of orange, but you still can walk through it. And upstairs, just from that gym that you're seeing the picture now, if you're watching on YouTube, just upstairs, they have the old radio station that's been around for eons, I think as much as 1949. So you love your radio. That radio station is still up there with the equipment. So that is the most historic spot, I believe, in Elgin. That gym, they tell stories when they took on other teams where they up in the bleachers and they were flinging pennies at some of the players and they were flinging things. There's so many stories with that over the years with that. A lot of historic things happened in that gym and you can still walk through it. That's the most amazing thing, isn't it?
It is fascinating to me to think back to the 1955 Elgin High team that played there, has finished second in the state. Yeah, I've heard some of those stories too, where some of the fans, there used to be bleachers down there on the main floor, and some of the people have told me that fans used to sit there in those bleachers, and after Elgin would score a basket, the fans would reach out and pull on the opposing team's gym shorts as they were trying to inbound the ball. It's kind of like, really?
Made for some interesting pictures.
Yeah.
I didn't hear that one. I know they flipping pennies and things like that.
Now, Jeff, you're aware also that upstairs in that building on the third floor is
the old gym. The old gym.
Yeah. The original gym that so many people don't know about. That's where Elgin High had back-to-back state champions played their games.
Wow.
Upstairs in that third floor gym. That old gym, yeah.
There's so much great, rich history in the early days of Elgin High basketball. There's no question about that. Wonderful. These are wonderful stories. Congratulations.
Yes.
Very, very cool. I'm trying to find the old gym, trying to find those pictures.
Are there many pictures of the old gym?
No, there really
We don't get up there much. They don't let us go up there.
The History Museum has shown some of their programs. I won't get too far into this, but I would like to see that gym.
Into the Hall of Fame. I like your spirit.
Well, yeah, I'd like to see that kind of designated as a landmark status.
Well, you could lead that campaign, of course.
Well, hopefully at one of these points, some of us will start working on that. Yes.
That whole building is a landmark in many ways, and certainly the gym is. So that should all be saved and secured or saluted that way.
Yes.
Absolutely. Yeah. Actually, if you go to the u46.org website, I mean, they've got a ton of pictures here. I want to see if maybe I can find one of the gym here. In the meantime, I've got
I think I've only been up there once. You don't get up there a lot.
No, you don't.
No. You have to know somebody like you. You don't get up there too much, or the janitor, one or the other.
This is quite an interesting page. I'm going to pull it up on the screen so people can see it as well here too, because this is kind of an interesting page here on the u46.org for Elgin High School, home of the Maroons. It does show you, the screen's still loading though, but it does show like pictures from the previous classes as well here too. I'm seeing the oldest one is class of 1875.
Yeah, you go way back. Our current gym, they have the banners from each school that hang to the rafters of the current gymnasium, which is circa 1972, 3 season.
Yeah, I mean, you've got some good ones here. I'm seeing the picture's still loading, but they have one like class of 1901, Elgin High School baseball team in 1901.
That's great. Are you in this picture, Ron?
No.
I am.
Oh, my goodness. I mean, they've got some good ones here.
They do. They can go back in time. There's great history at Elgin High, of course.
You got like the basketball team, got some old pictures of, my goodness.
Everybody.
Yeah, everyone there.
And there it is.
School of 1906?
Yeah, the great history of Elgin High, no question about that.
Yeah, my great grandfather graduated in 1910, so I wonder.
Is that right?
Well, let's see. Is he?
Let's
be
find him.
interesting. That's the only one they've got. 1910 is the football.
Is he one of those letter sweater men?
No,
right
he
there?
didn't play football. He was much more mechanical. He was very artistic, and so.
We have Elgin against one of the Aurora. Aren't we the first night game that was played? They just pulled up a series of lights and played night football. That's supposed to be the
I'm not
folklore.
sure about that.
I've heard that story a couple of times where they just gather around, get your 1912 car over here and we'll play some football. I
that
think
right?
there's some folklore to that as far as Elgin involved with that.
Yeah, so I mean, there's lots of rich history here. I'm going to definitely take a look.
Yeah,
at
that's
this
great.
website
And
there.
see those jerseys there for the basketball team. I think Ron designed these. those socks are wonderful. Those are great looking stuff.
you got the
That's
Elgin
wonderful.
logo.
The original Trotters right there.
Yeah,
Great photos. Again, congratulations. Using YouTube to extend radio is wonderful. You're doing well. We're watching this and hearing at the same time.
Absolutely.
I have trouble turning on the modern day television, but he's doing this well.
Yes.
It, as someone, I like to be very technical, and so I enjoy doing this too, bringing up these pictures.
Yeah, this is much history right here. 1916 Elgin High girls baseball team. We're seeing baseball team. There's my car. That's actually still my car right there. If you're watching on
You
YouTube.
look at the classrooms,
The classes,
too,
those
with
are
the
like
kids.
8-year-olds. Those aren't seniors, are they?
It's like grade school.
That's grade school.
What would that have been? Coleman School, I think. Well, I know that's where, because my grandma went to Elgin High School. She was class of, oh my goodness me, 44.
44.
And she went to Coleman School. A lot of her classmates went to Coleman School.
Do you have some keepsakes from her? Anything that she had in school days or anything?
I had a pamphlet that was for her graduation.
Oh.
I also have like her graduation diploma.
Do you?
Very nice.
So I've got that. I might even have the little tassel as well.
Wow.
So.
We could say you graduate from Elgin High when you flash that diploma.
And my mom graduated too. As well.
You're in. You can get any game right like that. That's great history, and as we see that, courtesy of YouTube as well. Wonderful. Here's the boys having some fun there.
Yeah.
What are we doing there? That's what we want to know. So that's the way it is. Again, November 3rd is going to be the great induction ceremony, which is always that great Sunday night that you like there at the Edward Schock Center of Elgin, which opened up, as you know, in 2002. That's a place to be. And remind the folks, where is the Hall of Fame itself located?
Well, it's in the main hallway or concourse as you enter the center where the welcome counter is. Mm-hmm. It's right down that hallway on the way to the gym. We have wonderful displays there on all the inductees, the most recent scholarship recipients. We have plaques on all the teams that have been recognized from the past, the Vic Massey recipients. And then we have one whole wall that's dedicated just to the inductees and the year they were inducted. And we also have, in the last couple of years, added a new virtual type of reality thing with the Touch Pro interactive screen, so people can look at actually the whole website right down there at the center.
I see that. I think is this the one right here?
That's it.
Yeah, it's great.
Very cool.
That's modern history right there. It was. I've been a member of the hall since 2013. I must tell this story. When you always find out, you're waiting by the phone. It's the first week of September. Everybody's just voted. Do you make it? Do you not make it? So that call came that first week of September in 2013 from both Ron and from Ben Erickson for me. I can't tell you now to your face that, well, what a great moment that was for me. I'm not an athlete. I'm going on my play-by-play starting in 1990 here on the radio station for 22 years, and some of the other things we've done over the years. So I was pure broadcast, but to get into the hall and be associated with the Jim Harringtons and all things like that, that's the best feeling there is.
I can only imagine that's true, yes. And that's nice to hear from you. I think over the years, I've seen greater appreciation from inductees and candidates as far as the meaningfulness of going into our Hall of Fame.
Yes.
I think it's only grown in stature. And it's wonderful to see how meaningful it is to inductees when they're given that announcement and when they come to the banquet and tell their story.
And you're much more visible. Being in the Edward Schock Center of Elgin, you used to be tucked down the hallway to the left near the gym. When you moved it a few years ago and you walk in, look to your right, my heavens, I'm seeing the whole Hall of Fame right there. Yeah. That embellished it a lot. You do that all the time, don't you, Matt? You go to the Edward Schock Center of Elgin, turn to your right, main door, turn to your right. There's the hall
There it is. Yes.
right there.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I've been to since I was a very little kid going to the center to swim.
Yeah, again, it opened up in the
Yeah.
December of 2002, so you were really young.
I was very young, but I do remember, I do remember going there at that age.
That's nice.
Yeah.
And it is really fun and interesting to just be down there doing some work on one of the displays, or just being down there, standing around for a while, and watching people walk up to pictures of the inductees, or go up to the scholarship recipient pictures, and younger children. Oh, I know this one, and I know that one, and they're so and so. That's really neat to see people walk up and recognize these people from Elgin.
Yeah, that's fun. It's like a little scavenger hunt. You get to try to see, or maybe you already know exactly who, and then you're like, okay, now I got to go down the line and see.
Except sometimes Uncle Leo said he was in there, and you try to find Uncle Leo, and he's not in there.
Yes, we've had that too, yes.
Yeah.
No, it's a great moment, and certainly appreciative this hour letting us tell us about it, because Elgin Sports Hall of Fame is well known, but we can always share it with more, can't we?
Absolutely. Getting the word out there. I always say keeping people up to date and in the loop with what's happening in the area is important.
You do that well. There's no question
Well, thank you
about
so much. I say I do it, I do it, but we as a team here at WRMN do it as well too. So
Yeah.
I got to give them also a lot of credit as well here as well. We've got a comment here, Faith commenting in. She says, "Great job, super enjoying all of your input. St. Ed's has a nice Hall of Fame," she says.
Yes, they do. St. Edward does. Yes. They do indeed as well. And they're, of course, David Yates is from St. Edward, so St. Edward lads get into Bronze Hall. But yes, St. Edward, good Hall of Fame and a wonderful school. Great basketball place there. It's raised or built in 1950, their gym. We did a few games there. They put you on the stage. It's pint-sized gym, a lot of noise, and exciting broadcasting it is there at St. Edward and their gym.
Yeah, and that's one of the things I'd just like to clarify for people, is that when they hear about Elgin Sports Hall of Fame, I think this has gotten better. But for a long time, people have thought apparently that we're the Elgin High Hall of Fame. And that's, I'm glad the St. Ed person kind of called in there, because no, we represent Elgin, the city of Elgin, and all the schools and all their athletes, not just Elgin High. We continue to get people who just think Elgin High athletes should be inducted, and we need to make that clear. That's not. There's some athletes who deserve to be inducted into their school Hall of Fame, not necessarily the Elgin Sports Hall of Fame. Yeah. And there is a little consideration there.
Absolutely. I've got up here also on the list here the 2024 scholarship recipients too. I am seeing Westminster Christian Stephen Bolt. Very nice. Olivia Haranek. Oh my goodness. I went to school. I was, her older brother was in my class.
See?
Look at that. That's awesome.
The Halls brought it home to your life.
Yeah. Oh, that is so cool. Oh, congratulations. That's awesome. As a scholarship recipient. That's still very cool. Very nice. Yeah, there's a cool list there. Oh, that's so cool. I'm telling you, it's a small world.
It is.
It is. Oh my goodness. So if you want to check that out also on this list too, because it's on the website, you can find also the previous recipients as well there also. We still have about, I would say, maybe 7 minutes left. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
Well, yeah, I'd like to mention maybe something I overlooked earlier when you asked me about new things. We started this program called Team Recognition back in 2015 to recognize outstanding teams from Elgin's past. And originally we were inducting, well, we have criteria for that, and we were basically inducting or recognizing 2 teams per year. And then we got to the point, the committee started looking at youth teams. And where do youth teams fit in this? And while we had some resistance initially, we did decide to start recognizing youth teams, outstanding teams from the past too. And this year we're recognizing the second youth team from Elgin's past. And this team is the 1982 Elgin Teener League National Champion All-Star Team. This team won like 23 games in the tournament, from local all the way to nationals, to win this national title. And it's just an amazing story how they went from, again, local district level to state to the regional level, all the way to the national level. And this was in Manchester. I've got a couple things here. It says, first of all, at the Ohio Valley Regional, they went undefeated. So they were doing very, very well. Now, when they went to the World Series in Manchester, New Hampshire, they lost their very first game in a double elimination tournament. So now, you're in the loser's bracket right away. One more loss and you're out. Well, from there, they won 7 games in a row to capture the World Series championship. They beat teams from Brooklyn. They beat Kansas. They trounced Washington. They then went on and beat Rhode Island, New Orleans. Now they face an undefeated Nashville team in the final round. Now they've got to beat Nashville twice to claim the title. Well, in its very tight first game, Elgin wins 6-5. All right. Now they have to play a second game. Now they end up claiming the championship with an 8-6 victory here in New Hampshire. And overall, I correct myself, they won 21 games in this tournament, all in all, while losing 2. Young man by the name of Brian Korn was the MVP at the World Series as one of Elgin's leading pitchers. He hit 6 home runs and led the tournament with a .481 batting average, and then came back and was the leading pitcher at Elgin High. One season had a 9-0 record at Elgin High, and certainly will be a candidate for our Hall of Fame ballot soon.
I would think.
The other team, I'll mention too, our 2 regular teams that are being recognized are the 2005 ECC baseball team. This baseball team set a record for victories at ECC with 54 that year. They were the Illinois Skyway Conference Championship. They won their sectional. They then advanced to the World Series, and they did win the first 2 games there before being knocked out in a double elimination. Team was coached by Bill Angelo, still the coach there today. They had 3 All-Americans on that team, Mike Havlicek, Scott Sider, and Ryan Wardlow, and we're hoping to see all 3 of them at the banquet.
Wow. Is he related to John Havlicek at all?
No, different spelling.
Oh, darn luck. We're so close.
And another team we're recognizing is the 2016-17 Elgin Community College men's basketball team, also set a record. 31 wins that season, went all the way up to Minnesota and lost there, finished second in the NJCAA Division III National Tournament.
Very exciting season it was.
This team was coached by
Reed
Nosbich.
Yeah, they're very exciting. Many area kids still in our area on that squad. That was great.
And a new team we're going to designate this year. The committee decided to come up with what we call a heritage team. Now, this is a team that might be overlooked according to our criteria. This team was very special. It was the 1948-49 Elgin High basketball team, coached by
Is this the one where they had the bus accident?
John Kraft.
Bus accident?
Yes.
Oh, this is quite a story.
This team won their first 8 games of the season. They were ranked number 1 in the state, overwhelmingly. They went up to Wisconsin for a Christmas invitational tournament. They basically crushed both East Madison and West Madison for the championship. Now, on the way home from the tournament, there had been a storm that had occurred. And as they entered Illinois, I believe in Harvard, there was a truck that slid on some ice. The truck happened to hit 2 of the 3 cars that were transporting the Elgin High basketball team. A number of the players were injured. The assistant coach ended up dying in the hospital. So the team was hit with quite a jolt at that point. Their head coach, John Kraft, was seriously injured. He didn't coach for weeks afterward. So they come back with an interim coach, Ellison Hoke. They kind of regrouped and won their next 8 games. So they're still on this tremendous run, still number 1 in the state. Now at mid-season, now their starting center, an Elgin Sports Hall of Fame inductee, Bob Peterson, comes down with the measles.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
They lose their very first game of the season without Bob, a 1-point loss to West Aurora. Now, West Aurora's had a long history of being quite an opponent for Elgin High. But after that, they follow up, they're defeated again without Bob. Now, with Bob back at maybe, certainly less than full strength, they lose another 1-point game. So now they're at 15-3. Well, they go on and win their last 3 games in the regular season. They're now 18-3. They're still ranked number 1 in the state because of their lineup. But they go in and they enter the state tournament. They win the regional, a hard-fought, exciting 2-point game over 9th-ranked Dundee. They then go on and win the sectional tournament by defeating DeKalb and Oak Park. But in the opening round of the state championship at the University of Illinois, West Aurora comes back and stuns Elgin again, 45-42. Their center.
We're nearly out
no,
of
you're
time.
good. No, we can continue.
You
It's
got
okay.
one more minute.
No, we're okay. We can
Their
continue.
center by the name of John Beaver dominated the game in the second half and ended up being an outstanding player in his own right. But Elgin thus ended their season at 23-4. It's a story that people still go back and talk about and think about. The fact this horrendous tragedy occurs coming back from this tournament in Wisconsin.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
You are a storyteller. You're like Jack Brickhouse during a rain delay. That was quite a story. That was incredible. But it was. That's amazing. 48-9. And is there anyone still from that team that will appear with us?
Unfortunately, Ron Wiesner, who was on that team, and the next team next year that finished third, he passed this spring.
But that's the stories you uncover, and that's the incredible ability of the Elgin Short, or I should say the Sports Hall of Fame.
Yes.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for both of you joining us. Was there anything else you'd like to add?
Well, I'll just quickly say our Vic Massey recipient this year is Mike Wall, what many people around the city know for his outstanding service to sports in Elgin and to the Hall of Fame. And our lifetime achievement recipient is Judith Wagner. Judith was inducted in 1990 for trap shooting.
Oh, yeah, we saw her. Yeah, we've seen her in recent times.
She's coming
great
back
stories.
for lifetime achievement. Her story is amazing.
Can you trap shoot, Matt?
I don't think so.
She'll teach you that night.
Okay. Sounds good. Well, thank you both for joining us today, folks. This is a pretty exciting event. If you want to check out more information, you can visit their website, ESHOF. That is their website to go to.com. Thank you both for joining us today. We're going to take a timeout as we get to the top of the hour news, and we'll be back with more. Thanks again so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having us.
Of course.
Inviting you to join Brian Anderson for his new radio show, Kane County Speaks, every Thursday from 9 until 10 a.m. during the final hour of my morning show. It's an election year, and Brian will discuss important local issues and interview local candidates from the perspective of Kane County Speaks. The show will feature open phone lines for your thoughts, comments, and questions, and the chat room will be open at WRMN Radio on YouTube. Kane County Speaks is citizen-driven and focused on making Kane County a better place to live and work with goals of freedom, security, and prosperity for all. To learn more about their grassroots organization, you can check them out at KaneCountySpeaks.com. Let's discuss the issues of Kane County so that you can get involved and make a difference too. It's Kane County Speaks every Thursday morning with Brian Anderson from 9 until 10 a.m. during the first shift right here on WRMN, AM 1410, and at WRMN Radio on YouTube.
Your hometown radio station since 1949. We are WRMN, AM 1410, Elgin time, 12 o'clock.
With your 1410 WRMN Newsflash, I'm Sean Kernan. Brought to you by Linzess. Mark Armstrong, Kane County Supervisor of Assessments, has been elected as the Secretary-Treasurer of the Illinois Association of County Officials. With over 20 years in county government, Armstrong brings a wealth of experience to his new role at a pivotal moment for the organization. Applications are now open for the 2024 John Lewis Youth Leadership Award, a recognition initiative for young Illinoisans who have contributed significantly to their communities through civic engagement. You can fill out the application on the website of the Secretary of State. Police continuing to investigate a stabbing that occurred on Cedar Avenue, leading to the death of an adult male following a violent altercation. The victim, who sustained critical injuries, was rushed to a local hospital but later succumbed to his wounds. Police have secured a person of interest related to the incident and reassure the community that there is no further danger at this time. With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan.
In business, service is everything. Cintas delivers what you need to better serve your customers. Whether it's freshly laundered work apparel for almost any job imaginable, tested and inspected fire protection systems, first aid and safety supplies, on-site AED training, or mops and restroom products, stocked and ready when you need them. Better work days happen together. So visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
Whether you own a local business or a global one, you're always looking for ways to position your operation to create opportunities and move on them faster. With Bank of America, you get access to experts, award-winning insights, and business solutions so powerful you'll make every move matter, locally and globally. Visit bankofamerica.com/banking for business to learn more. What would you like the power to do? Copyright 2024 Bank of America N.A.
B-Lux Bar and Grill, Wisconsin Dells, is the quintessential American grill and bar, with refined rustic cuisine and award-winning libations. Their honest, feel-good food menu is complemented by a beer list to satisfy every taste. Classic cocktails and our signature shakes, rich and creamy with a splash of boozy goodness just to shake things up a little bit. B-Lux Grill and Bar, classic American cuisine with a contemporary twist.
Take your family out or meet up with a friend for breakfast, lunch, or dinner at the Elgin IHOP, located at 101 Randall Road by the theater. They're open for dining 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. Stop in at 3 p.m. for happy hour with discounted meal deals for early birds starting at just $6. You can choose from breakfast choices like the pancake sundaes or juicy burgers or maybe a classic burrito bowl. Check out the menu at IHOP.com today.
Progressive presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
Businesses come in all shapes and sizes. Integrity doesn't. For more than a century, the Better Business Bureau has set the standards for how businesses should operate honestly and ethically. So when you're looking for a business you can trust, check to see who's BBB accredited and who isn't. Always choose the better business. Look for the BBB seal because it's looking out for you. That's why it's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org. Finding a reputable business shouldn't require luck or chance. But how can you tell who you can trust? Pro tip: the BBB connects people with businesses they can trust. So think of the BBB as the better. Check with the BBB first because better businesses are honest and commit to high ethical standards bureau. That's why they're better. Always look for the sign of a better business and find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Welcome back, folks, to Out to Lunch with WRMN. We are in the 12 o'clock hour, which of course means it is the afternoon time. Maybe you're getting ready to have a little lunch, a little nibble. Maybe have something as simple as maybe a peanut butter and jelly sandwich or a bologna sandwich, or maybe go out for a nice lunch. However you might choose to do so, hopefully you enjoy it. It's a nice day outside here. We're starting to see some more clouds accumulating here just a little bit. Earlier today, it was definitely more so mostly sunny, although we are seeing a little bit more clouds coming in through here. Still a little bit chillier weather here as we see highs of only about 58 degrees. So definitely a day to wear a nice sweater or jacket. Again, you're listening to WRMN AM 1410, Voice of the Valley, Talk the Town, broadcasting live here from beautiful downtown Elgin as we serve the Fox River Valley, keeping you up to date and in the known or in the loop, kind of different ways I like to say it, with what's happening within the entirety area of the Fox River Valley, and of course also with WRMN. If you do want to be a part of the conversation, you can feel free to comment live on youtube.com at WRMN Radio. If you'd like to subscribe to us, of course, you can feel free to do that. Click the notification bell so that you can always keep up to date with what's happening here, of course. Don't forget, we also do have our Image 360 info number at 505-926-1410. Again, 505-926-1410. That number is brought to you by Image 360 in South Elgin. They are open Monday through Friday from 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Supplier of custom indoor and outdoor signage, banners and displays, plus digital printing. If you would like to inquire more information about them, you can visit their website at image360.com. That's Image360 South Elgin, your one source of custom signs. So very nice. Thank you to them, of course, for being a part of that info number, 505-926-1410. Thank you again, of course, for our guests on the air today, for, of course, talking about the Elgin Sports Hall of Fame. Of course, also the upcoming banquet that will be coming up here. Thank you, of course, to Jeff Myers, as well as Ron Lang for coming on to talk about those who are being inducted to the Hall of Fame coming up on Sunday, November 3rd at the Heritage Ballroom at the Edward Schock Center of Elgin. Very nice. Something to look forward to for sure. Taking a look at some other things that are happening in the area. Let's take a look and see what we've got here. So we're going to start off here, of course, with, I would say, the big one. Nightmare on Chicago Street. I don't know why I sang that little song. I was supposed to kind of think of it being kind of like, I was going to do like a creepy song sounding, humming of a show tune. I don't know. But anywho, it's Nightmare on Chicago Street coming up this Saturday. Yes. And we're going to be out there. I'm so excited. This is going to be a lot of fun. So I don't know if you've collected all of these yet. These stories, the six sinister stories. If you haven't collected them yet, you might still have time to find them lurking around downtown Elgin. Collect all of them to create the spectacular poster. It's also got a QR code on the back, of course. Save the date and the city. Your nightmares once more will be to explore for sure. Check out their main website here, nightmareonchicagostreet.com. It is 5 days away. Oh my goodness, is it going to be a fun time? So feel free to check out that information. It's also posted up to their Facebook page. Now, coming up here, they posted this 3 days ago, new this year. So this is new this year. It's Friday Night Frights. For the first time ever, they're going to be unleashing the nightmare before the event. Get an exclusive sneak peek into the chaos and terror with Friday night performances that will have you questioning what's real. They do offer the list of who is going to be featured here. So if you want to take a look at that list, that is for Friday, October 18th. That is available and posted up on their Facebook page for Nightmare on Chicago Street. You're going to be able to find them at particular locations, so it does going to give you a little bit of a sneak peek. They're going to be having a typewriter poet coming up that day at 10 to noon at Sugar and Rhyme. We've got at L's Cafe and Creamery, 5:30 to 7:30. Alec, who is a magician and ambient magic. He does ambient magic too. We've got Angelica Salsa Duo at Be Unique Latin Kitchen at 74 South Grove coming up 6 to 8. Matt Flows, Lead Fans, and Poi Artists are going to be featured at the Side Street Studios that Friday, October 18th from 6 to 10. And then you can also take a look at all of the other awesome performers that are going to be at these different locations. We've got Funky Rooster Tattoo and Art Gallery at 73 South Grove, 6 to 8 p.m. is going to be featuring Tatiana, tarot card reader. can also find some other really cool ones out there too. So feel free to take a look at that list. It's featured up on the Facebook page. Yes. You can also take a look at this too. They posted this an hour ago up onto the Facebook page. VIP parking. Yes, VIP parking access, VIP parking via Highland. Come from the east on Center/Villa and go to the turn onto Highland. You will be stopped and asked to show proof of VIP parking. Once provided, you will be directed to the deck park. You will show the barcode to scan before you enter. There is also shuttle pickup and drop off. Shuttles will be running from Larkin High School and Elgin High School, starting with services from 4:30 p.m. to 12:30 a.m. with them running every 15 to 20 minutes. So that is good to take a look at. It will show you what roads are going to be closed. So part of East Highland will be closed, making a turn. You'll see also onto North Grove, East Chicago Street, DuPage Street, Fulton Street also, and those are the streets that are going to be, and then also South Spring Street. So this entire map is featured on their Facebook page. So feel free to take a look at that for yourself if you'd like to take a look. That also tells you a little bit more on where the shuttle pickup and drop-offs are and the locations there. We've got Larkin High School and also Elgin High School and where they're going to be located as well, too. It'll tell you where the public parking is, also where rideshare and shuttles only are, and then, of course, also in red where the road closures are, too. So, again, putting this information out there. Thank you so much for doing that, of course, for the to put it on Facebook, Nightmare on Chicago Street, if you do want to check it out. Absolutely, feel free to check out that information that has been posted. That's Nightmare on Chicago Street coming up this Saturday. Looking forward to it. You can also find information on their main website too, which is nightmareonchicagostreet.com. So definitely looking forward to that. We will continue to, of course, promote them as the days go by. Let's see some other things that are coming up here and happening. We've got here on what's happening in Elgin, or the ExploreElginArea.com website. Some things that are that already happened, and also things that are also coming up too. You can find some good things here. They've got a special effects makeup class for tweens and teens coming up tomorrow, 4 to 5:30 p.m. That's in Hampshire. It's at the Ella Johnson Memorial Public Library District. That's where it's located. They say to get spooky, join Miss Mary in learning how to have some fun with special effects makeup. You must register individually and fit the age of 11 to 18 years old. They do have, of course, the link to register if you're interested. I'm not quite sure if there are still spots available, but if there are, feel free to register. You can find it through links on ExploreElginArea.com, and you can find the registry there at the library calendar. So let's take a look here and see. Okay, yeah, so the registration is closed. So they already did closed registration, which means that quite a bit of people wanted to do it. So that is awesome. So you can definitely, that sounds like something fun for those of you that did register, of course. I try to also, in the past, I try to announce things that are later too, but there's only so much time. I do my best. We've also got here coming up tomorrow on Tuesday, October 15th, Spooky and Supernatural Comedy Movies Trivia Night at Chicago Street Poorhouse. This is coming up tomorrow from 7 to 9 p.m. So that's from 7 to 9 p.m. is when that will be. Ghostbusters, Death Becomes Her, Frankenweenie, Gremlins, and more. And it's, of course, the perfect time of the year to enjoy some spooks. Absolutely. We'll talk more here in just a bit. If you want to check out more information on your own, you can visit ExploreElginArea.com. You can also take a look at Facebook pages that inquire about what's happening in St. Charles, what's happening in Bartlett, Algonquin, all within the Fox River Valley at your fingertips. Very nice. Stay tuned. We're going to be back with more Out to Lunch with WRMN AM 1410, and we'll talk more about things that are happening in the area. Stay tuned.
Crime is up in Illinois, and I'm not sitting back to wait and watch dangerous, radical left policies destroy Kane County. I'm Andrew Sosnowski. I have over 35 years of experience with prosecutions of crime, advocating for victims and children. I will root out the causes of crime and be the lead county prosecutor who will fight for our freedom, safety, and security. Vote Andrew Sosnowski for Kane County State's Attorney I'm Andrew Sosnowski, and I approve this message.
Paid for by Sosnowski for Kane Committee.
One of the things we're proud of at WRMN is our connection to the local community. In fact, recently we hosted a fundraiser for a longtime listener, Gene Wheeler, and first shift listener George Rollinson says it turned out perfectly.
Perfection is a moving target. You try to hit that bullseye and you zone in on it. It moves a little to the left and it moves a little to the right. I don't know. I'd say we hit a bullseye. I don't know how that could have been any better.
Working together to make Elgin better. We are WRMN AM 1410, serving the local community since 1949.
Are you ready to take your brand to the next level? Image 360 South Elgin is your ultimate destination for custom signs and visual communication solutions. Looking to rebrand your office interior? Need striking vehicle wraps or decals for your fleet? Or perhaps you're in the market for a standout trade show display? At Image 360 South Elgin, they've got you covered. As your full-service custom sign and graphics partner, they deliver bold solutions and exceptional support. From outdoor signage to eye-catching store signs, indoor graphics to comprehensive branding solutions, they have the experience to elevate your brand's presence. Trust Image 360 to create a long-term partnership that gives your brand 360 degrees of exposure. Visit them at 506 Sundown Road in South Elgin. Image 360 South Elgin. Bold solutions, exceptional support.
Dine out with family and friends at Nick's Pizza in Elgin or Crystal Lake. Nick serves up award-winning thin crust and Chicago-style pizza. Eat in or carry out. In addition to Nick's fabulous pizza, let Nick's cater your events with pizza, pasta, Italian beef, and other delicious offerings. Their big banquet rooms can accommodate all your event needs. So, for great pizza in a Northwoods, cabin-style atmosphere, bring family and friends to Nick's. Visit nickspizzapub.com.
Take a historic walk through the home of America's greatest showman, Al Ringling. Located in Baraboo, Wisconsin, you can view the grand opulence on a guided tour, now hourly starting 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Weekday tours begin on the veranda and on the weekends in the tap room of the Al Ringling Brewery. Behind the mansion, kick back and try a flight of craft beers and dine at this family-friendly stop. Visit alringlingmansion.com for more information.
All right, welcome back, folks, to Out to Lunch with WRMN AM 1410. We hope you are enjoying the morning so far. Actually, now we're in the afternoon time. We're seeing mostly cloudy skies right now, a little bit of sun, a little bit more of a breeze, chillier temperatures. It's Monday. Hopefully everyone's having a good Monday so far. If you want to be a part of the conversation, feel free to comment live, of course. Stay tuned as we get into the later part of the 12 o'clock hour. In about 10 minutes, we'll take a time out into the bottom of the hour news and messages from our sponsors. Then, of course, we'll be back into our Tradio segment. Tradio is when you can buy, sell, trade, and announce to the Fox River Valley area. Tell people, get it out on the airwaves, what you're looking to purchase. Maybe you're looking for a particular item. Maybe you're looking for a service, or maybe a garage sale, or maybe you're looking to get rid of something. Something's in your garage. You're like, you know what? I've had it for so long. It's time to get rid of it, whether for a very good discounted rate, a price, or maybe just like, I just want to get rid of it for free. So that's the point of Tradio, getting the word out there. Of course, here on WRMN, we tell you what's happening within the area, and Tradio is, of course, a partnership with that as well, too. Let's take a look at some things that are coming up in the near future. We've got some fun things here that are going to be coming up. We have October 16th. This was posted on to exploreelginarea.com. It is a youth and family resource fair. This is going to be hosted at Gail Borden Public Library. You can discover a world of possibilities for your child at the annual Youth Resource Fair. This is an event that offers connections with a variety of volunteer opportunities, dynamic after-school programs for kids, valuable health and wellness resources, and also essential career readiness tools to prepare you. This is coming up Wednesday, October 16th, as well, too, and that'll be from 5 to 6. So that's from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. It's at the Gale Borden Public Library. It's going to be in the community room at 270 North Grove Avenue, right here in Elgin. You're also going to be able to meet Representative Anna Moeller of the 43rd District. It's a free event to go to. They're going to be having hot chocolate, delicious donuts, raffles, and free swag as well. Again, it's important because you'll be able to get connected to free and low-cost after-school programs for kids to do. Maybe you're a parent and you're like, I think my kids should get involved in something. Or maybe your kids want to get involved in something, but they want to do it as an after-school thing. Now, of course, there are a lot of schools out there. Well, pretty much every school does have something to offer. But if you want to go a little bit beyond even outside of school, there are some great opportunities where you can find the community that feels right for you. They have, of course, their health and wellness, learn about local health and mental wellness organizations and the services that they do provide for families and teens. There might be teens out there who are struggling in high school. We've been there before. It's a hard time, going through changes, and maybe you need to get more information on maybe some local health and mental wellness organizations. That'll give you the opportunity to do that. And then, of course, also career readiness. Of course, to invest your time and energy into preparing for the future, learn more about scholarships, internships, and career development opportunities for teens and also those young adults out there too. So that's going to be coming up here. It's the Youth Resource Fair. Very good to go to, very informative, and definitely you can walk away with some awesome information to help you in your future. So that is again coming up October 16th. That is from 5 p.m. to 6. That is the Youth and Family Resource Fair coming up at the Gale Borden Public Library. If you head on out to State Street, the State Street Market shops are offering a pretty spooky event. It's fun. It's a fun event. It's Witches, Wine Tasting, and Wander. This is coming up October 17th from 6 to 8 p.m. You can go with them on this enchanting evening for an amazing wine tasting and apple cider donuts also. And of course, you'll be able to sip and shop and enjoy all the festivities of the 35 plus different shops that are featured at State Street Market. It does say, of course, kiddies are not invited to the wine tasting, of course, but you can still go go there and have a good time. Check out all the cool little shops, especially since it is the fall season, the Halloween season. You can find lots of great holiday decor as well as Halloween decor. So holiday decor for like the fall time. That's just kind of general fall decorations. And also Halloween ones as well too. People turn around and will resell them, or also you can find some handmade stuff as well too. Paintings, merchandise, jewelry. They have everything. They have old pictures there. I like looking at the old pictures. So very cool. So that's coming up October 17th. That's from 6 p.m. to 8. So that's from 6 to 8 is when that is. Coming up October 18th, now we're kind of going day by day here, we have the Dundee Township Park District's Boo Through. This is a Boo Drive-Through, a Halloween family event that is coming up here. It's a reverse trunk or treat. They encourage families to buckle up, as they put here, for an irresistible drive through Randall Oaks Park for candy and surprises. Along the way, you stay in your vehicle, you see decorated trunks, and you receive treats. It is registration per vehicle. Only one person per vehicle must register. It's $6 per vehicle for all ages. You can register on their link provided. And the deadline is Friday, October 18th at 12 p.m. So Friday, October 18th at 12. That is the deadline. So they do give you quite a bit of time. It's not like the deadline's a couple days before. It is really just a few hours before for the deadline there, 6 hours before. Deadline is Friday, October 18th at 12 p.m. So I wanted to put that out there for you. Some other things coming up here. This is October 19th. This is Treats and Treasures Fall Fundraiser at a local church that I used to go to growing up as a kid, St. Hughes of Lincoln Episcopal Church. This is the church that I went to as a kid. And from the picture I'm seeing here, it looks exactly the same as how I remember it. I've got lots of great pictures and fun memories from going to St. Hughes. So very, very cool. You can start your holiday shopping coming up October 19th from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. at St. Hugh of Lincoln Episcopal Church, located on the southeast corner of Randall Road and Highland Avenue in Elgin. You can visit their hall of vendors showcasing an array of unique gift items. And then you can also browse tables of vintage collectibles, seasonal decorations, accessories, jewelry, and also fresh baked goods too. They also do have a playroom in there too. I don't know. They maybe have redone the playroom since I've last been. And who knows, they might even have stuff in the playroom that's set up. But they have a painting of like a group of the kids, and they painted my brother and I when we were like 6 years old. They like painted us like in a funny pose. It's just like a cartoon of it's supposed to be Ryan and I. So I don't know if it's still there at the church, but that would be cool if it was. I don't know. So that's cool. That's very nice that they're having that as well. I do believe Marion Phipps is still she still is the preacher there. Is that the right term? I believe she still is. Very nice. So that is the St. Hughes. That's coming up October 19th. Also October 19th, Home for the Holidays, an arts and crafts show at Bartlett High School. Bartlett High School is coming up here. It's called Home for the Holidays, an arts and crafts show, October 19th from 9 to 3. It's at the Bartlett High School at 701 Schick Road in Bartlett. Admission is free, but donations are encouraged. All donations go towards the Bartlett High School Fine Arts Boosters, and that's an event by the Bartlett High School Boosters Club. So thank you to them. How fun is that? That's also going to be coming up there too. Also October 19th, there's quite a few things coming up here on October 19th. At 9 a.m. in the morning, they're going to be having at the Bartlett Nature Center a Fall Fun Fest. What you can do here, of course, enjoy the fall scenery for some great pictures, of course, to take and post on social media. You can join them for a pumpkin fun run at 10:31 a.m. and also explore some of their eco-friendly fairs. Explore their eco-friendly fair at 9 a.m. Check out the student art display. Warm up with some nice hot cider. Enjoy some games. Fun family activities to enjoy. That's Saturday, October 19th at 9 a.m. Very cool. So that's coming up October 19th. This and more, of course, can be found on explorealgenaria.com, as well as many other great resources that are featured online. We are approaching the 12:30 time. That is the bottom of the hour news and messages from our sponsors. When we come back, we'll officially be in our Tradio segment. If you're looking to purchase, sell, trade, and or announce to the Fox River Valley area, that'll be the time to call in to the number 847-931-1410. Or, of course, you can also text 505-926-1410 if you'd like to do it that way, too, to get your message out there. Stay tuned, and we'll be back.
With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan. Brought to you by Linzess. Governor J.B. Pritzker and his wife have reported a significant income, over $3.2 million for 2023, as revealed in their latest tax returns. While this marks an increase from the previous year, it remains much lower than their earnings in 2021, which were a substantial $18.5 million. The Illinois State Police celebrated the graduation of 35 new troopers from the Cadet Class 148 over the weekend. These new members, who completed a 28-week training program, will be dispersed across 7 troops in the state beginning this week. Their training encompassing a broad range of skills from cultural diversity to firearms and first responder certification. Naperville residents can mark their calendars for the upcoming Planning and Zoning Commission meeting. It's set for 7 p.m. on Wednesday, October 16th. The full agenda on the City of Naperville website. With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan.
In business, service is everything. Cintas delivers what you need to better serve your customers. Whether it's freshly laundered work apparel for almost any job imaginable, tested and inspected fire protection systems, first aid and safety supplies, on-site AED training, or mops and restroom products, stocked and ready when you need them. Better work days happen together. So visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
Whether you own a local business or a global one, you're always looking for ways to position your operation to create opportunities and move on them faster. With Bank of America, you get access to experts, award-winning insights, and business solutions so powerful you'll make every move matter, locally and globally. Visit bankofamerica.com/banking for business to learn more. What would you like the power to do? Copyright 2024 Bank of America N.A.
Progressive presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
Left corner of the end zone. Keenan Allen. Touchdown! Touchdown Bears!
The call on Bears Radio 35-16. The win over the Jaguars in London on Sunday. Chicago improves to 4-2 while Jacksonville drops to 1-5. 4 touchdown passes in the win for Caleb Williams. He was 23 of 29 passing for 226 yards. He did get picked off once. DeAndre Swift carried the ball 17 times for 91 yards at a score. Cole Kmet and Keenan Allen collected 2 touchdown passes apiece. Kmet was pressed into emergency long snapping duties after Scott Daly left the game early with a knee injury. Chicago has a 3-game winning streak for the first time since late in the 2020 season. The Bears have the bye week, then they visit the Commanders in Week 8.
Bundle auto and home, renters or condo, and save with Progressive.
I'm Chuck Sanders on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
Lowe's knows it's easier to make the right calls when you have the right team. That's why our Lowe's Red Vest associates can help with game time decisions. Plus, use in-store mode on the Lowe's app to find what you need. Under pressure at home and want it soon? Order online by 2 p.m. to get it same day. Same day valid on eligible in-stock items and select zip codes only. Subject to driver availability. Fees vary based on purchase. Exclusions and more terms apply. See Lowe's.com/same-day delivery for details.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds, which could be life-changing. I mean, you could put that money towards that zero-turn lawnmower you've always wanted. And after using its edge-shaping technology to meticulously sculpt the face of the Mona Lisa into your grass, you'll become the undisputed king of Saturday morning lawn care, leaving your neighbor and sworn enemy Gary to question his place in the delicate neighborhood ecosystem. And it's all because you could save money switching at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
All right, welcome back, folks, to Out to Lunch with WRMN AM 1410. Hopefully you are enjoying the afternoon so far, the start of the afternoon. As you know, the time is 12:34, which means we're in our Tradio segment. If you're interested in buying, selling, trading, and or announcing to the Fox River Valley area, you can feel free to give me a call today, 847-931-1410. Again, 847-931-1410. Of course, if you prefer to not use the phone lines here, you can, of course, use the text number. That is the Image 360 info number at 505-926-1410. Again, 505-926-1410 is the number to text. That's our text number brought to you by Image 360. If you prefer also email, you can also email me too. Matt McNeil at WRMN1410.com. If you want to email me, if that works out better for you, it's totally up to you. We can still get the message out there for people to know about what's going on. So let's take a look here. We've got some previous Tradio callers that have called in here. Starting off here with the Tradio caller has the 1977 Corvette for sale. It does need a little bit of work, but it does run well. The asking price is $5,000 or best offer. So it's $5,000 or best offer. Located in Elgin, feel free to reach out to him. The number is 630-400-2730 is his number. Again, 630-400-2730. If you'd like. Again, that is the 1977 Corvette for sale for $5,000 or best offer. Another Tradio announcement here. We have a Tradio caller has she has a lot of these. She's giving them away for free as soon as possible. She has 14 of these 3-drawer filing cabinets. They're completely steel, so they're nice and sturdy. Now, the tops are rusted, all completely rusted pretty much. But if you want to use it for a project, of course, you can fix it up. Or also, if you want to use it as scrap metal, also good too. Giving them away for free. If anyone is interested, feel free to reach out to her. That number is 630-267-5543. Again, 630-267-5543 is the number. And again, that is for the 14 3-drawer filing cabinets, giving them away for free. You don't have to get all 14 of them. You can take what you like, but she's looking to get rid of those. So if anyone's interested, again, that number is 630-267-5543 is that number. Another Tradio caller here. This is Maggie calling in. Has the DVD collections for sale. The full set of the Mary Tyler Moore Show. The full set of the Gilmore Girls collection, which is 7 seasons, plus the Year in the Life. First 4 seasons, TV show Castle. So that TV show. And then also the first 4 seasons of Boston Legal. On top of this, she also does have she does have a beautiful Yamaha keyboard for sale. Comes with the stand, instructions, everything comes with it too. The cords, $200 is the asking price on this Yamaha keyboard. And then she also does have 2 cemetery plots. They're in Elgin at the Lakewood Cemetery. She's not going to be able to use them because she's moving. That's Maggie. If you want to give her a call, that number is 224-508-5532. Again, the number to reach out to her is 224-508-5532. If you'd like any of those different DVD collections, the Yamaha keyboard, and or the 2 cemetery plots. Another Tradio caller here, Dave calling in, has the janitorial cleaning cart for sale. It has everything included. It's got a bucket, place for the mops to for you to place put the to put the mops in, and you can get 2 of them. 2 mops come with it. There's also cleaning supplies. So everything all bundled together for $50. Dave also has a little giant ladder system. So it's a pretty heavy duty ladder system. You can use it on stairs. It's a foldable ladder system. If you completely extend it, it's 23 feet in length. 150 or a reasonable offer requested there. If you want to reach out to him, the number is 331-588-0493. Again, that's Dave calling in here, 331-588-0493 for either the janitorial cleaning cart or the little giant ladder. Or if you like both, you can get both of them. Another Tradio caller here. This is Greg calling in. He's looking for those bicycles, the balloon tires, the bone shakers, the Schwinn bicycles. They can be starting from the late 1800s all the way through till the 70s. And they can be in any condition. And also too, even if you have like parts of a bike or just pieces, or maybe even some little bicycle accessories, he can have those too. He's looking for those as well. He is also on the search for vintage Omega watches, as well as men's or women's style watches, and then also some diver style watches too. I know he's been looking for quite a while on those diver watches. He will pay top dollar for them because he's not a dealer, he is a collector. And then he also does have here for $6,500 a 2003 Mustang for sale. It's got a nice charcoal gray color on the outside with a beautiful interior leather inside. All new hydraulics, brakes, tires, all included in there. So he did put some effort into making it nice. 81,000 miles on it. It's a 2003 Mustang. $6,500 is the asking price. Feel free to reach out to Greg. That number is 847-884-6033. Again, that's Greg calling in here, 884-6033. That's the number. Another Tradio caller here is looking for a part-time janitor job. 847-697-9228. 847-697-9228 within the Elgin area. Another Tradio caller here, located out in Elburn. He calls in quite often. It is Wood by Jeff, or Jeff Woodsmith. He is still looking for a place for his shop in Elburn or in Naperville. He's open to different possibilities, though. So maybe you have an extra space that you don't that you want to rent out. He's looking for extra space for his woodworking shop. He does have a lot of free items for sale. He has some of these window screens that are adjustable for free. He has a bunch of wood pieces, firewood, cedar wood scrap pieces, shelving boards, concrete boards, as well as he's also selling some walnut, oak, and cherry lumber. So they're nicer lumber pieces. And then he also does have some tomato garden stakes, some nice canning jars, and also fishing lures that are all packed away in a nice tackle box, or nice tackle boxes. I think he has a couple of them he's looking to get rid of. So feel free to reach out to Wood by Jeff of Elburn at 630-365-9488. Again, 630-365-9488 is that number to dial, or also to text as well too. Let's see, going up the page, another Tradio caller has the 1972 jukebox for sale. Now, this one does need a little bit of work on it, but still pretty good at $150 is the asking price. And then on top of this, they also do have a sit-down slot machine. So they have the 1972 jukebox for $150, and then they have this sit-down slot machine. It's a double diamonds slot machine. Now, what it does is it takes quarters, and then it'll also pay out in quarters. And $200 is the asking price on that. So if anyone is interested, feel free to reach out to him. That number is 847-847-8813. 847-847-8813. Another Tradio caller here is looking for a used Toro 721 snowblower. So if anyone has one that's used, feel free to reach out to her. 224-305-4017. 224-305-4017. The number to reach out to for inquiring about how the fact that she's looking for a used Toro 721 snowblower. We also have another Tradio caller here. Has a friend that is selling a truck. This is a 2006 Ranger for sale. Looking to sell pretty soon. A must sell. 1,600 or best offer. And also, too, can trade. So if maybe you have something that he might be interested in trading, feel free to do that. Also has a toe on the back. A little rust, but still works good. That number is 847-354-8854. Again, that's 847-354-8854 is that number to dial. The time is 12:44. We're going to take another quick time out. We'll be back with more Out to Lunch with WRMN. Still a couple more Tradio announcements I want to announce here, so stay tuned. And we'll be back with more.
Wake up, Fox River Valley. WRMN AM 1410 is shaking things up with a brand new weekday lineup that'll keep you informed, entertained, and engaged. I'm Marky B, WRMN Program Director and host of The First Shift, inviting you to start your day with The First Shift from 6 to 10 a.m. Monday through Friday. Larry Jones, Jakes, myself, and the entire First Shift team bring you the latest local news, entertainment, and, my favorite, more to kick off your morning. Then it's Out to Lunch with Matt McNeil from 10 until 1 p.m. Tune in for your midday fix of news, interviews, community happenings, and of course, the legendary WRMN Tradio Show. In the afternoon, join us for Fox Valley Afternoons from 2 until 6 p.m. Tammy and friends will chat lifestyle from 2 to 4, while Sonar and his crew dive into politics and news from 4 until 6. Plus, get to know the movers and shakers of the Fox River Valley with exclusive interviews, too. Don't miss out on our new local lineup that's tailor-made for you. WRMN AM 1410, the talk of the town. Tune in and turn it up.
Located in the heart of Wisconsin Dells on beautiful Lake Delton, the Delton Oaks Resort offers a classic Wisconsin family vacation. It's an on-the-lake experience with available cabins, villas, and studio condos, all with home-style comforts and amenities. And extra space for family gatherings, reunions, and small groups. With a private sandy beach and dock, you can splash around, swim, and boat to your heart's content. There's a pontoon boat, kayak rentals, Fire pit and barbecue grills are available for use for registered guests. Book your stay and enjoy all the Ultimate Dells experience with bonus passes to Noah's Ark Water Park. From s'mores to oars, Delton Oaks Resort has something for everyone. Visit DeltonOaksResort.com. That's DeltonOaksResort.com.
Do you owe the IRS $10,000 or more in back taxes? Are you being audited or investigated? Has the IRS sent you a letter demanding payment? You may not owe what they claim. Make this free call to the tax doctor now. Let them negotiate with the IRS on your behalf.
800-234-0316. 800-234-0316. That's 800-234-0316.
Beef Villa's 3 locations offer much more than their signature Italian beef. Try the Italian sausage, roasted chicken, and more. There's a big variety of delicious side dishes. Beef Villa uses quality ingredients from homemade recipes, and they purchase top-of-the-quality food products from their vendors to bring you the absolute best tasting of foods. Beef Villa's great service and quality are waiting for you, but you won't be waiting long because it's always hot and fresh. Visit beefvilla.com. All right, welcome everybody back to Out to Lunch with WRMN AM 1410. We still, pardon me, we still have a couple more Tradio announcements to announce here, so of course stay tuned for that. Again, if you want to announce here on the Tradio side of things, if you're looking to buy, sell, trade, and or announce to the Fox River Valley area, that number is 847-931-1410. Again, 847-931-1410. So some other Tradio announcements here. We have a Tradio caller, has an adjustable twin XL bed for sale. Has a remote that comes with it also. $200 is the asking price. If anyone's interested, please feel free to reach out to her. That number is 847-830-7199. Again, 847-830-7199. Another Tradio caller here has rifle, pistol, and shotgun reloading equipment and supplies. That number is 847-341-8546. If you want to reach out to him. Again, that's 847-341, pardon me, 8546. We have another Tradio caller, has some plus-size dresses, pants, and shirts, 3X and 4X for ladies. If anyone's interested in those, that number to dial is 847-533-4673. 847-533-4673. Another Tradio caller here has 2 cemetery lots in Chapel Hill Garden West in Oak Brook. Looking to sell. They've never been used. $3,500 for both of them, and it also includes all transfer fees as well. So if you're interested, feel free to reach out to him. That number is 630-202-0800. Again, 630-202-0800 is that number to dial. So again, those are the Tradio callers that have called in here within the past couple of weeks. Again, if you would like to add yourself to the list, feel free to give me a call, 847-931-1410. Or of course, you can also contact our, our Image 360 number, 505-926-1410. So you can contact that number if you'd like. We do have a caller on hold. Oh my goodness me, I'm so sorry. We're going to take it to the phone lines. Hi there, caller. You're on with WRMN. Hi, you're on with WRMN. All right, I'm going to drop there. If you want to give me a call back, that's 847-931-1410. Or if you have a Tradio announcement, you want to announce it through the text number, that's 505-926-1410. In the meantime, we'll continue on going through some events that are coming up here pretty soon, just around the corner. We've got here, this is by the Fox River Trolley Museum. They're going to be having their Haunted Ghost Story Train. Now, they've been doing this actually for quite a while. They've been doing it for a couple years here. And it's already coming up October 19th. It's from 5 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. is when it's going to be. They're going to be having those spooky, chilling stories. You're going to be around the campfire, so it's going to be nice and fun. And they're also going to be having Margie's Girls Kitchen is going to be having some nice treats. So you're going to get some good treats that are also going to be featured there as well, that they whip up for you. That's Margie's Girls Kitchen. They're also going to be having campfire songs, and also costumes are welcome too. So it's definitely fun for the kids. They have it coming up on the 19th and then also the 26th. So it's going to be 3 Saturdays. They already had one last Saturday on October 12th. They have it again on the 19th and then also on the 26th. In the afternoons and evenings, 5 p.m., 6:15, and 7:30. If you go to their website, foxtrolley.org, you'll be able to find it under their special events section. So if you want to check it out, there is a link that you can follow and find it there too. So you can buy them for the Saturday, October 19th, or also the 26th. There's only a couple available through their website for 6:15. And then for the 26th, also, yeah, there's quite a bit available for the 6:15 Saturday, October 26th. But again, yeah, those tend to go out pretty fast. Usually, I would say. They usually tend to go up pretty fast. Let's see here. Some other things that are also going to be coming up as well. If we scope out the area, let's see here. We've got the Hollow Read Challenge. I've mentioned this before. You still have time to participate. The start date was October 1st, and it's still going on until the 31st. So if you're interested, there is a Hollow Reading Challenge. You can gear up for Halloween in the best way that they know, of course, hair-raising reading challenge. Readers 12 and up can join in the Hollow Read Fun by signing up in person. Maybe you can sing while signing up if you want. They have different websites, so you can sign up in person at the Fox River Valley Library. That's the Dundee or Randall Oaks. So either or you can sign up at. Or you can also sign up online. There's a website called Beanstack that you can sign up online too if you'd like to do that. As always, readers are free to choose their own challenging, appropriate books. Horror, paranormal, thriller, whatever you'd like. And that ends October 31st. So you still have some time to be a part of that challenge if you would like. Book prizes can be collected starting October 8th. So they're already going on now too. All titles are available while supplies last. So if you do want to take a look at the reading list for teens and for adults, all of them are featured for definitely something to get you in the mood for Halloween, those different titles and also themes. You can find more information at frvpld.info. That's frvpld.info. Also coming up at the Fox River Valley Public Library District, they're going to be having a nice little fun Halloween parade and extravaganza that's coming up Saturday, October 26th. That's from 10 to 11. So it's 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. Come in costume for a parade and spooky fun for the whole family. They're going to be having that. That's at the Dundee Library location. That's where they're going to be located. So if you want to check out more information, you can also find it on their Facebook page. That's the Fox River Valley Public Library District, located at 555 Barrington Avenue in East Dundee is where you can find that information posted. Gail Borden Public Library posted 3 days ago. We've been also kind of in passing talking about this here too. If you're a veteran who's interested in sharing your story with local students, the Veterans Voices program is provided by the Gail Borden Public Library District. It connects volunteer veterans with students, teachers, and the community. It draws on the power of personal stories. These veterans' voices, they enhance and bring life to the experiences of veterans and honors their contributions. And they are currently looking for more volunteer veterans to visit classrooms during the week of November 11th through till the 14th. So if you would like more information, Feel free to check out their website at gailborden.info/veterans is where you're going to be able to find that info there and how to sign up and register if you'd like to be a volunteer. And again, that's going to be taking place November 11th through till the 15th is when that'll be. Again, you can check that out. If you are also interested in having a veteran speak to your class, there is a 2024 teacher request form that you can fill out on their website too, or just in general. If you're interested in speaking to the students, you can fill out their veterans interest form. That's also featured. And also check out previous videos, pardon me, of veterans and their voices, talking about their stories and inspiring many people out there. So if you want to check them out, they have some previously recorded Veterans Voices sessions that are available on YouTube. Watch and discover the true meaning of Veterans Day and the service to our country through Veterans Voices. Very cool. So they have some from the couple years prior to that too, if you want to check that out. Let's see here. And then, of course, there's lots of other things that you can find. You can find them on what's happening in Algonquin, Explore Elgin area, fun little things, of course, trivia nights, after parties, lots of fun things to pick out for yourself. So feel free to do that. Again, you're listening to WRMN AM 1410, Voice of the Valley, Talk of the Town. We're broadcasting live here from downtown Elgin, serving the Fox River Valley. Of course, thank you to everyone for joining into the conversation today, as well as thank you to Jeff Myers and Ron Lang for coming on to the show today during the 11 o'clock hour to talk about the Hall of Fame, the Elgin Sports Hall of Fame. Very interesting topics. And I also did bring up on YouTube, of course, some pictures as well. So if you want to do that, of course, if you want to rewatch the video, it'll be posted on here as well on YouTube. We do post the streams after we're done streaming. They'll be posted on youtube.com at WRMN Radio. So, of course, you can find it for yourself. Again, we are WRMN AM 1410, Voice of the Valley, Talk of the Town, broadcasting live here from downtown Elgin, serving the Fox Valley, the Fox River Valley, Fox Valley. Got some fun things coming up here, of course, into the near future, especially with Nightmare on Chicago Street. We're going to be out there 5 to 7. And we're also going to be broadcasting 7 to 9 with Court Stevens. Some great tunes. That'll be coming up soon. Stay tuned. Have a wonderful rest of your day.